Well, hello there and welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. It's filling up nicely here as we expected. And unless you've been living under a rock, you know it is Gateshead versus Barnet. 90 minutes away from Wembley for both sides. And you won't miss a kick here with us on the Heed Army podcast. My name's David Gaddis. I'm joined by Mark Carruthers. Mark, a lovely sight to see the Tyne and Wear stand nearly full at the moment. Big away following. And we're starting to see a team come down the bottom end there. Haven't got one, so someone asking if we have our team sheet there, Mark.
No.
The scoundrels,
No.
they're like hen's teeth today. Nice to see the South Stand filling up with home fans as well. Hopefully we can fill that up and have a fantastic atmosphere. But we're happy that you can join us as well. We wish you could have been here with us in person. It would have been extra special to have a few more here. But Mark, it's an occasion that doesn't come round often, and Gateshead's got to grab it with both hands today.
Yeah, I mean, only the third trophy semi-final in the history of the club. First time it's been a one-off. A big chance at home, a really big chance. Yes, there's players unavailable, cup-tied, injured, such like. But it's still a strong side that's gone out. Plenty of experience in there, plenty of talent in there, and just a big occasion. I think, you look Barnet flying at the minute. Arguably one of the informed sides in the league behind the big two. So it's a big test, but we're all in positive mood, aren't we?
Well, we certainly are. We've got lots of messages here. People, Cow Daly's put Wembley. Of course, this is the time to dream for it. We're 90 minutes potentially from there. As a Barnet, what's the attendance? Well, we're hoping it's going to be over 3,000. We'll get confirmation of that later on. Our friend Davey Steele, who's obviously one of our co-presenters on the Heed Army podcast, he couldn't get off the island, the Isle of May, yesterday or this morning. So unfortunately, he's not going to be here. He's put, come on, the North Sea has got me trapped on the Isle of May. But listen in, good luck, lads. Talk us to Wembley. Enjoy. Well, hopefully we can. And I'm hoping for at least 5,000. Well, it would be nice, but we'll see what Tyneside can do. But one thing guaranteed is that the players will put on a show for who is here. They're going to give their all. And I've got some team news here for you now. I'll go through the Gateshead side now. James Montgomery in goal. Robbie Tinkler, Louis Story, Carl Magnay, Ethan Pye, Dan Ward. Ollie Thompson makes a start to the youngster. Camille Conto returns from international duty. Greg Ollie, the captain, number 10. Adam Campbell and Aaron Martin. On the bench is Philip Marshall, Owen Bailey, Elliot Forbes and Dylan Archer. Of course, a lot of cup-tied players affecting what's happening with Gateshead selection hopes here this afternoon. And for Barnet, they've got Laurie Walker, Jerome Akimo, it's Dale Gorman, the captain, Emmanuel Fernandez, Idris Kanu, Harry Pritchard, Danny Conlon, yeah, that's what I'm going to say for it, Ben Winter, Finley Porter, Sam Woods and Harry Smith. On the bench is James Callan, Ryan de Havilland, Sam Baird, Courtney Senior, Daniel Powell, David Moyo and Nicky Kabamba. And well, Mark, we're just looking at that side. Some of the big hitters you would think is on the bench for Barnet.
Yeah, I mean, they're balancing things off, aren't they, Barnet? They've got a playoff push to take into consideration. I know, the FA Trophy is a big thing. There's no doubt about that. But they are trying to get themselves back in the Football League. Barnet, a great club, one that I had no school friend followed them. I've seen many a Barnet game throughout the years. Travelled to watch them at Carlisle a couple of times, and they're a big club at this level, a really big club, and one that arguably should be a Football League club along with many in the National League.
Certainly have. They've got a fantastic ground down at Barnet. It's quite the setup. A lot of Premier League teams, when they're playing away games, train there. So it's quite the club, and they'll be hoping to get into the playoffs and get into the Football League with a return. We have got a message that we've got with club assistant manager Ian Watson, just to say thank you to these people that watch the streams and listen to the podcast from around the world. So we're just going to quickly play this out and then we'll be back with you in a second.
Ian, thank you very much for joining us. Of course, this is going out before the game, so just generally, I know you say thank you to all the fans all the time, but obviously there's a lot of fans that can't make it there today. They're going to be listening from around the world with great interest. It's just, what do you got to say to those people that aren't able to be there today?
Thank you foremost, really, for supporting us and sticking with us and really giving us our backing. Get loads of messages on social media, loads of positive messages. Just obviously saying that they're there for us, and every single one's really appreciated. It's a shame that they can't be here on the day, but as I said, we'll feel the energy. We'll feel the energy from everyone, even if you're watching at home. The people in the stadium, we really buy into that sort of that real positive energy. And if everyone has that, then we believe it'll carry over onto the boys. So wherever you're watching from, we really need you to be positive and screaming at your TV screens or whatever it is that you're watching on to get behind the boys. And the boys will know that there's a lot of people watching at home, and that'll certainly help get them going and get the arousal as high as possible for Saturday.
Yeah, well, that's great. Thank you very much.
No,
Cheers.
cheers.
Well, that was a message from our sponsors and Ian Watson as well, who we got to speak to at the press conference on Wednesday. And the ground is really filling up around us now. People looking for free seats here in the Tyne and Wear stand. A good following on the far side, I believe, just under 600. There might be a few more that have made the trip up. The south stand is filling up as well, but the Tyne and Wear stand is absolutely rammed. And we'll give you confirmation of the attendance when we get it here in due course, should I say. But yeah, we are waiting for the teams to come out. We are about 9 minutes away from kickoff. And, for both sides, we'd like to say a big thank you to one second, I think it's Tracy Howard from a Bees fan that's tuned in. Thank you for joining us. We're not too rose-tinted glasses on here. We are a Gator commentary, but we try and call it as fairly as we see it. You can't do anything but in my eyes. But yeah, big thank you to everyone that has joined us here. We'd love you to message in. So if you're a Barnet fan, you can message us, like and subscribe, everybody, as well. It really does help. We're hoping to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, just to help us reach more people. And also like the video. It really does help in the algorithm. Once we get in there, hopefully we can spread to more people on Tyneside. But Mark, talking about Tyneside and Wearside, it looks like people have come out in their droves today. Obviously above average attendance. They should see a good showing from Gateshead.
Yeah, well, the confidence is high after the last two results, two great results. And the main aim for the season, I think there's no doubt about it, is to remain in the league, in the National League after promotion last season. But Wembley, if they were to get there, and in fact, you know what? I think, to be honest, the run to the semi-finals been a big bonus anyway, because it's kind of helped build a bit of momentum through the season.
Came at the right time, didn't it, to give some players confidence.
And I think even getting to Wembley would be the same thing. It would just carry the players through until the end of the season. I look at the results, the fixtures coming up. There's some massive games. In some, arguably, this is no disrespect to the FA Trophy, arguably bigger than today.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, we've got games against teams in and around us in the relegation zone. Gateshead, of course, with games in hand. Gateshead not playing today in the league, of course. Some of our relegation rivals are playing Yeovil. Scunthorpe and Torquay play each other, of course. A draw would be the best result there all round, I think, from a Gateshead perspective. But, of course, Yeovil, they're the late kick-off. Dorking are also playing as well this afternoon. So something to keep an eye on after the result here. But I would say it's all about the FA Trophy. It's all about that dream of Wembley. Both clubs would love to get there, Gateshead especially. And Mark, I know we always say we're not going to talk about it, but it's hard not to on occasions.
We're not going to talk about it, Dave.
We're not. Well, we are. We're going to mention it slightly. The club was so close to going out of existence and having to reform, at a much lower level. Thankfully, that didn't happen. But to get to have these days, have the promotion last season was unbelievable, and then to be on the cusp of a chance of getting to Wembley is nothing short of it's Netflix documentary worthy, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I wrote a piece for the Sunderland Echo on Thursday, and that went out yesterday, talking about pretty much that. The club have moved on from those dark days, but it always comes as a nice little sort of reminder of just how far they've come in such a short space of time. And this occasions like this, I've just said to Ben Clark in the hospitality area when I was hosting there that when things got really dark, the light of moments like this felt far away, and yes, the club has to move on. It already has moved on from those times. But it'll just make, if the result goes away, the majority of people in here want it to go, then it'll make it even more special.
Definitely. And for anyone that might be tuning in with a vested interest from Tyneside or even further afield and wondering about the competition, this is the highest accolade you can get, bar promotion into the Football League in the non-league game. This is where every team has a great chance to get to Wembley, a major final at Wembley. And Gateshead, as I say, over the years we've flirted with it. We fell short against Bromley and Darlington in the last 15 years. These things you would like to think, will it be our day? Could it be our day? We certainly hope so. And as a Gateshead fan over the years, I've looked at these stages of the competition and went, if only it was Gateshead. And it is today. So we're going to grab it with both hands. I'm sure the players are. And if you are a newbie or someone that has just had a passing interest and looked at fixtures throughout the season, it's a very honest bunch of players here. They're not on massive amounts of money that you might see bounding around the National League. Gateshead, on the scheme of things, are very small fry. I'm going to equate it to Peterborough United being in the Premier League. That's how I would put it with budget-wise. Gateshead, they don't have what the Wrexhams and Notts counties have of this world.
That's a really random selection of club.
Well, I'm just trying to to put a club high up, in the scheme of things.
It's just a very
yeah. So, so you didn't think you'd hear Gateshead twin with Peterborough today. Of course, the team that took Gateshead's place in the Football League. So there we go. Unintentionally, a link there.
We should also say there's a Gateshead fan travelling from Peterborough today.
It certainly is.
Via Dublin?
Via Dublin, yeah. The train strikes were on, and he had booked that when he thought he couldn't get the train. And lo and behold, what do you know? The train strike was cancelled.
Probably cheaper anyway.
Yeah, but look, the only time a Gateshead fan has used a passport to get to an away game. So look at that, a home game even, should I say. But yeah, fantastic stuff. There's an array of photographers down in front of the tunnel as they await the teams to come out. It's going to be electric here in the Tyne Wear stand, and we hope that you can enjoy it. Former Gateshead chairman Graham Wood is to our right as well, with Lawrence Dinnan, a long-time director. Lovely to see them here at Gateshead today. Of course, Graham, lifetime president of Gateshead Football Club, and a big reason why Gateshead are at this level to start with for his tenure as chairman here at the football club. And lovely to see him here as a fan today. He still loves the club. I was talking to him the other day, and he still makes it to nearly every game.
Yeah, and you think of important figures in the history of Gateshead, and there's a fair few, isn't there, that you could name, and he'd be right at the top.
Yeah. Just to say, could you let us know where you're listening from in the world? We've got one here. We've got Suzanne Randall, as she's listening in from Benidorm, Heed Army.
Very jealous.
Lily Nolan, I know, I wish I was, but here come the teams out for the FA Trophy semi-final as they're greeted with cheers. And Greg Ollie leads the team out here for this FA Trophy semi-final. 90 minutes potentially from Wembley. Can Gateshead do it? You won't miss a kick here with us. James Montgomery in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Louis Story, Carl Magnay, Ethan Pye, Dan Ward. The youngster Ollie Thompson gets a start. It's Camille Conter, the captain Greg Ollie, Adam Campbell and Aaron Mark. On the bench, Philip Marshall, Owen Bailey, Elliot Forbes and Dylan Archer from the Youth Academy. And then this is how Barnet line up this afternoon. Laurie Walker, Jerome Okimo, Dale Gorman, Emmanuel Fernandez, Idris Kanu, Harry Pritchard, Danny Conlon, Ben Winter, the Finley Potter, Sam Woods, Harry Smith. And on the bench, James Callan, Ryan de Havilland, Sam Beard, Courtney Senior, Daniel Powell, David Moyo and Nick Kabamba. So there we go. Gateshead in their all grey shirts with black shorts, white socks. And we've got a bit of a dream team-esque. I think I said this the last time we played them. They're in like a royal purple. I think that's the best way to describe it, with white shorts and the purple socks. And the handshakes that is taking place at the moment with the officials. And we'll be having the coin toss very shortly. And as I say, please do let us know where you're listening from. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Rebecca Higgins listening in from Shrewsbury. And we've got Emily Focus. She's put, you still listen even though you were there. I'll be doing that. Oh, fantastic. Everyone keep their messages coming in. We'll read them out when there's a break in play, but I've got a feeling this one might take the same shape as Tuesday night and last Saturday, where it's going to be full press for 90 minutes, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, at the minute, I think the big question is how Gateshead line up. We're just trying to, I think between us, we're going to try and figure out how
we potentially think it's going to be a back three with the two wing backs, but we'll confirm that as we go on.
I think you may well see Ollie Thompson wide left, Adam Campbell wide right.
Yeah.
By the look of it.
Well, ball boys are all in full Gateshead strip as well. I think they might be one of the Gateshead under nines. I think they might be, judging by the height. I could be wrong, but great to see them getting their moment out there as well and representing the club. But Greg Ollie is out there at the moment with Dale Gorman. just doing the coin toss, and it looks like we are going to be shooting towards the River Tyne end, and Barnet shooting towards the Felon end. Do we have a minute's silence here? I think we do. Apologies, I'm not sure what it's for. But we are about to have a minute's silence, and we'll mark that now. Well, there we go. Magnificently, a minute's applause. Magnificently observed. We don't really know what that was for. Apologies if we find out.
Oh, yeah. Right. It'll be the Notts County, yeah.
Oh, Notts County.
CEO
Yeah.
passed away, sad news. And you see the reaction on social media, and you can see how special bloke he was.
Certainly is. We've got Donna listening from Cyprus. We're about to get underway here. Keep their messages coming in. When there's a break in play, we'll get to them. But we're about to kick off here. It looks like Barnet are going to get us underway. We're 90 minutes away from Wembley for either side. Well, nervous anxiety just goes across the stand. We wait for the kickoff. I'm sure there'll be a roar like the Cheltenham roar here. But I hope you're as excited as we are.
So Ollie Thompson, maybe left wing back, you know.
Could well be. Well, as the ball is pinged out towards Ward, Tinkler, who heads it away, but the ball's going to bounce into the area. Montgomery can't, well, I was going to say Comsley picks it up, but puts it into touch on the far side. Throw into Barnet.
Looks like a long throw coming in already.
Yeah, Jerome Akimo has the ball in his hands.
Big side.
Well, it does look like it's a long throw as Fernandez comes up as well. He's probably one of the tallest players in the Barnet side. He's there looking to nod it on, I think, as Conter marks him. Goes towards Fernandez. He doesn't get there. Gateshead clear the ball. Aaron Martin does well to get in front of his man. Gateshead now clear the ball over the top. It's just hung up in the air, but Campbell can bring it down. Needs support. He's going to lay it through the legs to Ollie. Ollie lays it off to Ollie Thompson. Now, edge of the box. What can the youngster do? He looks to lay it off, gets it to Magny. Magny inside to Conter. Back to Magny. Calm stuff from Gateshead. Nothing wasted. As Ollie Thompson passes it inside to Martin. Lovely stuff. He needs to hold off Fernandez. He does. He tries to go for the shot. And, Gateshead trying to get back the ball. Ollie Thompson wins the ball back. Gets it out to Campbell. It's been pulled back for the free kick. And, the complaints, a yellow card straight away to Barnet there. There was complaints as Woods went down. And there's a bit of argy-bargy going on. Is that a second yellow to one of the Barnet players? No. Unrest in the Barnet side. Oh, a referee there signalling to the bench. Did you see that there? I think there is going to be
I think he's asking his fourth official and linesman. I think he's just said 4. So I think someone, I don't know if he's just pinpointing someone else in the who's went 4.
Yep.
Collins.
Yeah,
I think he's going to book another one, you know.
I thought I seen a second yellow go up there in all of that, but unless it was the linesman's flag that's in line. It's a good
start from Gateshead, by the way.
It is, yeah.
Ollie Thompson with a lovely ball into Martin. Martin trying to turn and causing that little ruckus there.
Well, it's about 30 yards out, left-hand side of the D. And does Ollie go for a shot here? It's a bit too far out, I think, but the big men are up there. It's going to have to be a good ball, but Story's in form.
Tell you what he could do. Lay it off to Tinks. He's going to go for it, you know.
I think he is. There's Ollie now, the captain. Pings it in towards the back row, looking for a runner. It's going to fall to Ward. Ward can't get the shot off. Handball appeals to the penalty. Gateshead have a penalty. 3 minutes gone. And Fernandez cannot believe it. But it was given. The appeals went up. And Adam Campbell is going to be the man to place the ball down on the spot. It looks like he has the ball in his hands. And Barnet players, they've had a bad couple of minutes here. But can Adam Campbell put Gateshead in front? Everybody on their feet in the Tyne Weir stand. Referee just making sure everyone's outside the box. Some players still complaining. Campbell steps up. Buries it! 1-0 to Gateshead. What a start! And you couldn't ask for anything more, Mark.
Perfect start for Gateshead. It's a good start, nice and energetic. You know, Ollie Thompson again, we praise him because he set a bit of a tone there. Brilliant, exactly what they needed. It's down to Barnet to react now, but this is something I've noticed with Gateshead since they've scored in recent weeks. It's always been into a huddle, everyone in, except James Montgomery.
Well, we were talking to Carl Magny on the podcast, and he said that huddle is to remind each other to switch back on. It's a celebration, but it's a celebration of now.
Perfect.
Let's push on for another one.
A perfect start, and you know they've got to keep this pressure up. It's brilliant. It's exactly what they needed, that early goal. But it's now, what a great penalty as well, by the way. We haven't said that. Really
was. Well, there we go. Lots of messages coming in. We'll get to them later on. But what a start from Gateshead. We're into the 5th minute, and Barnet are going to get us back underway. They're a little bit eager, running into the Gateshead half before the ball has been kicked off. But we've seen Barnet look a little bit agitated. A yellow card off the line there. Pye. Ball's going to be kept in by Pritchard. Pritchard now tries to cross it in. Story's there to poke it away after he chested it down. And Aaron Martin was there but couldn't control it. Out it goes for a throw. And we're seeing that press from Gateshead, but we're seeing the press from Barnet as well. They want to get straight back into this.
Yeah, as I say, it's down to them to react now. You know, that's not the start they wanted. They've come here, a few last-minute changes, and
well, Campbell not making life easy there. It's been hooked forward. Pye nods it clear. Can Ollie nod it on? He can. Martin and Fernandez having a good tussle. Ollie gets round Fernandez. Was that a foul? Referee says no, but Gateshead get the ball back. Ball across the far side. Conter does well. Now the ball through to Ward. Ward, right-hand side of the box. Ollie's coming into the centre. The cross wasn't the greatest, but it's going to fall to Martin. It's a foul. It hasn't been given. Gateshead players seem to stop there, but now the ball tried to be dispatched over to Canu. It is. He's got on the underlap was Winter, but Canu having to hold it up. And good stuff from Pye, still going, and Canu is pulling on the shirt. Referee,
that's a foul.
Now go forward. He hasn't. Pye, Martin just inside of him. Let's off to Martin. Can he get the shot off? Oh, it's just run the other person, but Pye picks it up. Oh, excitement,
Dave,
to say the least.
Calm down, Dave.
I am. Gateshead in possession, just passed it back through Story. Story plays it forward to Pye. Pye, if he looks.
It's all right, settle it down.
Magny plays it to Ollie. Ollie plays it out to Ollie Thompson.
Driving him.
Ollie Thompson driving down to the dead ball line, just cuts back with it. Gets past his man. Does it get a corner? Well, that went through the legs. I thought that took a deflection.
This is exactly what Gateshead need to do in the early stage of this game. The energy, the enthusiasm, the press, it's all been excellent so far. They've just got to maintain these standards.
Well, the heart rate is definitely up here. I don't know about you listening at home. I'm sorry if I punched your eardrums when that ball went in, Mark.
It's not the first time.
And the people at home.
It won't be the last.
Well, it's certainly not over. We've got a lot to see happen in front of us here. There will be drama as Pye nods it forward, headed back up. Gateshead managed to clear it, but the ball falls to Gateshead. And they pump forward, and Barnet just hanging on there. It has been booked. He needs to be careful. Does Gorman, the captain? Is it Gorman number 8? Yep.
Switch on here.
Ball far side. Ward running for it. It's going to bounce nicely for him. Just needs some support. Cuts in with the ball. Back to Conter. Conter sees Pye in space. Pye gives it back to Conter on the halfway line. Now Tinkler. Tinkler just under pressure but plays it back to Story. Conter receives the ball, calmly passes it back to Montgomery. 8 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, Barnet 0 if you're just joining us here. Adam Campbell, penalty after a handball decision in the box.
Not the worst ball, that, you know.
And Ollie Thompson tries to keep it in, goes out, but the youngster's up for it today.
There was a little push on him there as well, you know.
Well, it's a physical game, and we've seen the referee is, he's trying to keep it under control, but he's missed a couple of things. As well as shirts being pulled, and Fernandez has had Aaron Martin's shirt a few times as he's got a hold of him now, and the referee lets that go. Brought down. Gateshead going to manage to play that down the line, but only as far as a purple shirt, and that one has went out, and it is a throw-in to Gateshead. Here is the linesman. Takes his time there on that one.
It literally curled behind him.
Pye.
It's not from there either.
No, there's a good 20 yards up the pitch. Fantastic to see the Tyne and Weir stand full on both sides of us here. We're centre, right above the tunnel on the halfway line in our commentary position. Well, Pye launches it up the pitch. Didn't find a grey shirt. It's been cleared by Fernandez. Story under pressure. Just brings it down. Plays it back to Monty. Pye tries to turn his man. Cano jumps on it. And that's a free kick being given on the right-hand touchline. About 8 yards from the corner flag. It's Captain Gorman as Cano just feels his shin there. No, Gorman.
This is right on the touchline, isn't it?
Well,
dangerous as Barnet, big side.
It's a good opportunity to whip one in here.
I'm actually surprised they're not whipping it in towards Montgomery and you getting someone left footed to take it.
Yeah, you'd think that would be the way to go, but Fernandez is up there, as is Harry Smith. 2 big target men to aim for. They're just jostling in the box at the moment. The delivery comes in now, right-footed, headed clear though, and now Ollie tries to chase out, but Gorman's going to get there in front of him. Good pressure. Ollie Thompson tries to close it down. Ball comes in over the top, and well, Pye needs to be careful. He did have his arms around Cano. Smith lays it off to Cano now. In comes off Pye, and it's a corner. Or throw in. Yeah, there's both sides guilty of putting the arms around players at the moment. Well, we just wait for Conlon to take this throw. He's drying the ball off. He's on the running track at the moment to get a bit of extra leverage in this throw.
So I've done Ollie Thompson.
Yeah. Winter was just in a bit of space. Long throw. It's in towards the 6-yard area. Nodded up in the air. Hasn't been cleared yet. Shot off. Deflected out for a corner. And, well, they got bodies in the way, but that was a hell of a throw.
Really good throw, yeah. Pretty much, as you say, just gone into the 6-yard box there. But it's a bit of danger here for Gateshead. I really do think Barnet are a real threat from set pieces. You look, Gateshead not the biggest side, the likes of Story, Magnan, Tinkler, and people like that. It's down to them, really. Montgomery, you need him being nice and commanding.
Conter and Aaron Martin back there on defensive duty.
This is going to swing right in towards Montgomery, who's being blocked off here.
Waited in. There's another man coming into the box here. Now, for whatever reason, he doesn't want to. He's trying to get Ollie booked here. Ollie's not in. Right now, in comes the delivery towards the near post. Headed away. Ollie's there to hook it clear. Ollie Thompson's going to chase this down. Can he get? It's going to bounce over him. Headed over him by Potter. And now Gates is on the attackers. Potter's just going to get in front. Ollie Thompson, but still chasing it down. Lawrence clears the ball. Headed on. Conter can nod it back up. Just beaten in the air. Conter wins the other header. Was he fouled? Referee says yes. And he hasn't moved there. He's on the ground. I hope he's all right, Conter. Took a knock.
This could be just taking a bit of sting out of the game, by the way. Don't rule that out.
Well,
it's been a hectic.
The linesman hasn't, the physio hasn't been called, but Gateshead, lovely to see both Elliot Forbes and Owen Bailey warming up down the touchline. As you say, I think that was just to take the sting out there. It's a free kick. There's players up on the edge of the box here. It's about 45 yards out. Right-hand side. More central than on the wing. As we wait the delivery. Oh, it's went down the line to Ward. Cuts inside of it. Lays it off to Campbell. Campbell now takes a touch, gets it out to Ollie. This is where he delivered one for the goal on Saturday, on Tuesday. And
in front of the keeper.
Laurie Walker quickly
take.
grabbed that out. Yeah.
A really good take, but yeah, someone's got to get in front of the keeper there.
Well, as Conlon drives forward to the ball, Ollie Thompson just intercepts, and that's a foul. Oh, I thought it was a foul by Martin, but it hasn't been given. And, well, Potter ran into... Sorry, Winter ran into Tinkler, appealing for something in front of the referee, but nothing given. It'd have to be harsh because kind of booked someone for standing.
Just quite enjoying the little to and fro on the line here. Barnet's assistant, obviously Dean Brennan's in the stand, isn't he?
Yeah. And that's a making counter work there, but he got it. Nearly a poor ball out the back, but Gateshead. There's a poor ball up to Ollie Thompson there from Pye, and out it went for a throw in just on the halfway line. Gateshead just losing a little bit of composure, but 1-0 to the good. 15 minutes gone. It's thrown down the line. Bounces right through, and Canu's there to control it near the corner flag. Story's with him. Comes off Story, and it is a throw in here. And, you know, the body language, I know they've suffered an early goal, but there's a few players out there like Canu that they're not happy with everything that's going on, even when they're winning decisions here.
Yeah, it's probably built in frustration, to be fair.
It's understandable. I mean, we're going to see another long throw here from Conlon. He didn't. He went short. Commentator's curse. Pye knocks it out for a throw in right in the same place. I think they'll go along this time. Of course, Barnet didn't agree to the multi-ball system here today, so they're having to wait for the ball. And Conlon drives the ball on his shirt. Right. As the long ball comes in, it's going to be headed clear by Story on at the edge of the box. It's put back out to Conlon. Now it's going to be whipped in from the edge of the box, far side, deep, and past the post. Wasn't really troubling the goalkeeper. And Canu has been warned there. He's you can see his body language before at the corner flag. He's not a happy bunny.
His shirt's been ripped also.
Oh, yeah, it has, yeah.
No, he's not. Sorry, his arms come out of it. Well, yeah, Gateshead, I think they're going to be careful with this. I know they like to play out from the back, but I think they're going to be careful because Barnet are playing a really high press at the moment. You see in Gateshead's half at the moment, there's 5 Barnet players. If Gateshead can spring the press and beat it, then they've got a real chance of getting in. But
we know the likes of Campbell, Ward, Ollie, even Aaron Martin's no slouch. As I say, it is a very high line that they're sat with their back line on the halfway line as the ball comes up towards Ward, beaten in the air though, but Tinkler can bring it down. Didn't manage to get it to a teammate, but Magnier can mop up and pass it back to Montgomery. As you see, there's the press now from the forward line of Barnet. They're not letting Gateshead play out from the back. But they can. And
great dummy. It's a great dummy, to be fair. It's clever from Story.
Well, I'll see he miskicked it and it went all the way through to Montgomery.
No, come on, give him some credit. Where's Magic Hat?
Ball up towards Aaron Martin. Can he win the header? The ball bounced down. Campbell puts it back to Martin. Edge of the box. Tries to thread it back through. Gets it out to the wing.
That's unlucky.
It was clever from Martin. Just the little toe poke out. Didn't get there.
I do think Barnet look really threatening going forward. I will say that. But I'm not entirely sure that they're 100% comfortable defensively. So then Gateshead can get at them. But there's more threat to come from them.
Headed on by Smith. Gateshead can ping it forward from Magnier. It's up in the air. It's went a little bit scrappy at the moment. And Tinkler puts it over the top, looking for Martin, who's beaten in the air by Fernandez. Now Gateshead can get it down and try and play as Martin. Holds the ball up, tries to lay it off toward, just intercepted. And out it goes for a throw. It hasn't. It's bounced back in as Story pings it up. It's pinged right back up towards him, and this time it's going to bounce out for a throw on the far side. 18 minutes gone, 1-0 to Gateshead. Gateshead started very high press and got themselves a penalty through a handball, but it's just went a little bit messy. But that's, I think, through design from Barnet. They're trying to disrupt Gateshead's play from the back, but Tinkler with a throw here. Nearly fed through by Campbell.
Careful.
I was going to say Pye nodded away, and Gates are going to have to get to the second ball as Tinkler just gets in front. Now can Gateshead break? Campbell dinks the ball up. Aaron Morton.
Oh, referee.
Well, they were both going for it. That's a more of a clumsy than anything. I wouldn't have. Both players looking eye on the ball. They've just run into each other. Hopefully both players will be all right to get back up. Aaron Morton's back on his feet, as is Winter. They'll use this as an opportunity to get this ball up. Keeper, Laurie Walker, 6 yards from the halfway line. He's going to try and pick out one of the target men to nod this ball on as he pings it out towards the left-hand side of the box, towards the corner. The ball wasn't great. It's kept in, though. Cross comes in, comes off Ward for a corner on the far side. Well, from initially a looked a poor cross, they've got a corner from it.
Put it in a good area.
Yep. See that wing back just snuck in there at the last minute and kept it in.
Yeah, as I say, the set pieces are a real threat. You know, you look at the size of this Barnet side, and they're just trying to basically pile in there. You look at them right in front of Montgomery.
It's going to be
on the edge of the box as well.
Yeah. Sam Woods is on the edge of the box. And he'll be coming in. Canu's over there for the short corner option. Isn't used, goes towards the near post, and goes up there. Harry Smith was lunging at that one with his feet high. But
yeah, I mean, Harry, he's a former Football League striker, and someone that scored goals at a far higher level. There's considerable threat. Canu was mentioned Peterborough again, but he was very good when he's at Peterborough, a really good player in the National League, and as I say, there's threats all over here.
Montgomery tries to pick out Dan Ward. He's beaten in the air, but goes out for a throw inside the Barnet half, just over the halfway line, on the far side in front of the travelling fans. Campbell. Ball threaded through. Ollie lays it off back to Campbell. Offside flag come there. They must just have come back on. But big thank you to everyone that is messaging in. It's just a very busy game. We'll get the comments later on. Keep sending them. Obviously, like and subscribe as well. Thank you, Non-League Vlogs. Come on, Barnet there saying thank you as well. We appreciate that away fans have decided to join us this afternoon. We
great
really
following,
do.
by the way.
Yep.
I should say, great following from Barnet.
It really is. Well, Laurie Walker with a free kick here. Up it goes towards Smith. Smith beaten in the air by Magny. The ball up now, and Aaron Morton tussling. Oh, lovely little dink there to get it to Ollie. Ollie looks up. Campbell's in space. Can he go for a shot himself? Campbell, can he finish it? Oh, great defending from Sam Woods to come in and take it out of Campbell's feet. And I tell you what, Laurie Walker isn't happy with Campbell. Well, it's a corner.
I'm not really sure what's going on there.
I don't know. I don't know if they've caught each other after Woods slipped in between them. But if I had been Campbell, I would have went down after he put his forehead on him. You've seen it happen.
That's just because you're really soft.
It is. I'm really soft. And lost your feed.
Never let me know if you can hear us.
Yeah, let us know if you can hear us. Everything's all right from our end. Hopefully we're back. Please let us know. Gates have a corner here. Ollie puts it in. It's headed clear though. Tinkler's going to bring it down. Puts it out to
what a ball.
Ollie. Ollie puts it back across there and too much on it and just went away. I can hear, so it must be Spencer Kirk there. Sorry, but everyone else can hear. Thankfully, hopefully he refreshes and gets a better link to listen in. But if you all just join us, 23 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, Barnet 0. Adam Campbell penalty after 3 minutes. Gateshead in possession now. There's Oh, it's pinged back to Laurie. Laurie Walker clears it. Going to be brought down by Magny, but didn't find a grey shirt. And now Barnet can open up down the left. Ball played through, but Magny's there to intercept. And Ward with a crucial tackle just disrupted it. Still with Barnet though. Campbell drops back now, helps and puts it out for a. Well,
I think he's trying to play the ball off the
yeah,
Barnet.
and it's went straight out for a corner, but relieved a little bit of pressure, but still not fully comfortable. We've got to get this ball away from this corner from a Gateshead perspective, but coming across to take it is Dale Gorman, who we believe was the player that got the yellow card early on.
You just feel eventually they're going to make one of these set pieces count.
Yeah. Let's say like Barnet, you can't give them practice on these set pieces. As the ball comes in now, the wind is swirling about. It's went up in the air, headed on by Barnet, and Tinkler can go across towards the corner flag and
a really quick
collect it there now. But now Tinkler has seen the run. It's going to get through to Ollie. Can Ollie get a good first touch? He gets in front of his man, holds it up. Campbell's there for support. Campbell back to Ollie on the touchline. Plays it through Ward. Can Ward get a shot off or put it across? And it goes for a corner. Could have went anywhere, but Martin was lurking about, and that's good stuff from Gateshead.
Gateshead are cutting through them when they get the ball down and play it. Gateshead are absolutely cutting through Barnet at times. I think Ward's got to play that earlier, you know.
Well, even the ball before, you know, that it was telegraphed, and he still got through. Ollie managed to hold it up and get it through, but they got the corner here. Well, Campbell's over there, and so is Canute to try and stop any short corner.
Magny could be the ball.
Goes to Magny, corner of the box. Can he put it? Puts it back to Ollie. Ollie's touched to Campbell inside. Now it's put across in the bucket. Aaron Martin! It's not Story! I got it wrong! He's third goal in 2 games! He's turned into a super striker! Oh! Louis Story, take a bow!
Brilliantly worked corner, really well worked. I said it the other night. I'm not the biggest fan of short corners, but that's worked so well. And it's that Shearer touch in the middle again. I tell you, it's a real clinical finish from
certainly
Louis
was.
Story.
And they're just telling each other to get back into the groove. Don't switch off. Nothing's happened yet. But Gateshead 2-0 to the good. Both Story and Martin were going in there, and I just thought Martin had got his leg onto it. But wow, 26 minutes gone. Gateshead 2, Barnet 0.
You know, it's a reminder again, Gateshead, it's not done. It's not done yet. Still a long time to go. Got to stay in control. Keep doing what they're doing. They'll get more chances.
As Campbell tries to close down Gorman, he puts a ball out to the far side. Hooked up in the air by Ward. Ollie nods it, but it's fault to Magny. Got it through to Campbell. Can they keep it going, Gateshead?
He's off. Let it go.
Well, as you say, the delayed flag there, and Martin trying his best to get up there.
He's got to just leave that, you know, because if you do, you've got them boxed in inside their own half. Got a chance to launch it long now.
Oh, I think everyone's gathering themselves here. People trying not to get excited yet. Nothing's been achieved. There's a long way to go. Laurie Walker going to take this free kick on the far side. Up it goes. It's going to hang up in the air. Can Magny win it? It's going to fall to Ollie. Well done, Ollie Thompson.
I tell you, I'm going to say this again. Dale Gorman has to be on the last warning.
Surely.
He's had a booking early. He's had now 2 fouls. One more, and he could be walking here. Persistent fouling.
Wow.
You know, you don't really want to see it, but he's got to be careful.
Footballer.
It's a long way to go yet, Dave.
It certainly is. I think I'm going to need angina pills by the end of this. As the ball goes up, it's going to be a free header to Barnet, but Ollie picks it up, gives it inside to Conter. Conter just passes it back to Pye. Barnet still trying the high press. Gateshead just happy to build from the back. A Story puts over the top.
Ball, you know.
Martin's onside if he gets to it. He is. He needs to hold it up. Ollie Thompson's there for support.
All right.
Taking it down the corner. Now Ollie Thompson. Martin racing to get back into the middle. Lays it back to Magny. And people are screaming the shoot from Magny. He's got form, but now it's inside to Conte. Conte drives forward with the ball, plays it out to Ollie Thompson, number 39. Plays it inside to Conte. Good stuff from Gateshead. Nothing panic, just calm passing. Still in possession, out towards the right-hand side now. Ward gets the ball from Tinkler. Ward tries to cross one in, goes out for a throw on the far side.
Stayed in, you know.
Has it stayed in? Oh, well, he's got the ball back. Can he get the cross in himself? Cutting and turning. Now he puts it across. It's a dangerous one, headed clear. Only as far as Conte, the screams for shot. Oh, he didn't get any connection that he wanted for that. And it goes out for a goal kick. 29 minutes gone. Gateshead 2, Barnet 0.
Yeah, again, good pressure from Gateshead. Dan Ward there, more lively than the Barnet left back. Knew it wasn't going out to play. Beat his man, put a decent cross in. And Conte, I mean, we've seen him score a few from the edge of the box this season, by the way.
Yeah.
But that one was
We
never trouble.
haven't seen them up in like a volley style for his long ones, but it's normally off the grass. But let's say Magny and Smith having a good tussle this afternoon as Magny comes in again. Oh, he get there, and that's a foul on Gorman.
I'll tell you what, there's a late one on Thompson.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, there was just a little push there as the header went in. It is a free kick, 100%. The referee's got the right decision there.
Magny's boots just come off a little bit there. He's just sorting that out. Massive thank you to everyone that is messaging in. This free kick will be delayed until Magny gets his boot on. He's up, he's back. He's just tying the laces now.
The problem is, they need Magny back in a defensive position because he's winning everything in the air so far. He's been excellent.
Well,
the decision to play him as a sort of holding midfielder is paying off in abundance.
Well, Carl even said on the podcast he's getting on in years. He's not as young as he used to be, and I think we've had to use him this season with good judgment in certain games. And I think that midfield role has just given a little bit life into Magny as the ball goes into Montgomery's hands.
Ties the ball.
Yeah, well, he hasn't seen it yet. Just slowing it down. I just think he wants to get his teammates up the pitch. The story shows for him.
Have Gateshead switched? No, they haven't.
Pye has the ball. He's under pressure though. Has to play it back to Montgomery. Ball over the top. Martin knew he was offside there. Conte goes up for the header, wins it. Ollie tries to nod it on. Conte just calmly plays it out for Tinkler to go and collect. Tinkler looking to get the ball forward. Places it to Ollie. He's offside if he gets to it there. Aaron Martin. Canu gets the ball on the halfway line. Left hand side, and his ball to Potter just goes straight out of play. And we mentioned it right from the get-go. They got frustrated early on, Barnet. And
it's just, the thing is, David, it's not quite clicked for them yet.
No.
And I use yet.
Yeah, I think they'll carve out some chances where they're going to make James Montgomery work. No doubt about that.
They are too good a side to not.
As Martin pings it forwards, as Fernandez just got up in the air. Now it's cleared, but it isn't cleared. It went right up in the air towards this side of the pitch. Winter nods it on only as far as Campbell. Right. Campbell now drives. He's got Ollie Thompson on his left, who he uses. Can he get a delivery into the box? Puts one in, deflected back, and Pye comes across here. He's got Harry Smith behind him. Gateshead just passing it around. Ball across to Tinkler. Lovely vision from Campbell.
Take him on, Dan.
Dan Ward, right-hand side, plays it into Ollie. Ollie. Oh, he tried to give it back to Ward. Smith tries to hold it up. It was quite acrobatic there as Campbell comes in. Gorman wins the ball, but there's Ollie Thompson just to clean up. And Gateshead can build from the back once again. Story, the goal scorer of the second. Leads it off to Pye. Pye now. Seen him looking there as soon as he got the ball, looking if there was a run in the centre of the plate. But say Pritchard just following him round there. Tinkler back to Pye, who finds himself in the centre-back position. Calmly plays it back to Montgomery. Montgomery goes long. The ball, is it going to fall? It's just going to fall toward there, but Potter got in front of it. Montgomery out to the right-hand side of his box, collects the ball with ease. 33 minutes gone. Tinkler not happy that Cano stamped on his foot there, or caught his boot, he's saying.
One thing we should take into account is the fact that Barnet have got a strong bench here.
They certainly have. As we mentioned in the build-up, it's people would say maybe the big hitters are on the bench. But at the moment, the ball goes out, Gateshead throw.
You look at Kabamba and de Havilland, they'll be threats when they come on.
Even the Courtney Senior as well, Sam Baird. They've got players that can change a game. That's why they're up there challenging in the playoffs. Tinkler gets the ball back from Magnate. Story takes a touch. Ball over the top. 2 players offside. If that had went for it, it's going to go all the way through to Walker.
The switch was on, Ollie Thompson was sat on his own left-hand side.
I fear he might have just been borderline offside as well. But good to show that he's showing options. Ball headed forward. Gateshead trying to win the ball back in midfield. Falls to Tinkler. Tinkler puts it on. Puts the ball forward. Campbell's going to chase this down. Can he get in front? He has. Oh, good defending from
defending. Brilliant defending
from Conlon there. Conlon clears the ball down the line. Good stuff from Ollie Thompson trying to force Winter into a mistake. And now Conter's going to pounce on this. Gets them. Oh! And it's a free kick to Gateshead. And that's surely a yellow. It is for Sam Woods.
I think he's unlucky,
I
think he's unlucky. That's a 50-50. And it's not a dangerous tackle. It's a strong tackle. But it's a foul. I'm not doubting it's a foul. But I think he's unlucky to get a yellow.
Yeah. I think it was just, as you say, I think it was the visual force of that he came in with there. And credit to Conte as well. He wasn't lying, writhing around on the ground. He just dusted himself off and got up. But Gateshead have a free kick here, 30 yards out, right-hand side of the D. Good opportunity to put one in there. Conte's just standing behind. Oh, no. Canu's coming across here to mark it now.
I think that could be the ball.
Well. Ball goes up there, and it's just too much on it. Straight through to Laurie Walker. You can see what the idea was. The wind has dropped here at Gateshead Stadium now as it's put in the middle there from Gorman. Ball played forward, but straight into the wall of grey shirts as now Magne plays it back to Montgomery. No nonsense clearance up the pitch. Ollie Thompson tries to turn his man, and he's done well. And that ball's went out.
Brilliantly, because what he's done, he's not going to win the header because the guy's about 3 foot taller than him. But what he has done is he's put pressure on.
Aaron Martin making life hard for Fernandez. Plays it back to Walker. Walker clears the ball. Now the ball nodded on, but only as far as the Gateshead shirt. Ball out to the far side. Ward now can just take a touch. He's got support on the inside. Campbell. Played it back to Tinkler, who was pulled by Canu. And Canu needs to be careful. I think there could be a card here for Canu. He's been told a couple of times.
I think it's a final warning.
Yeah. Well, the free kick here. 36 minutes gone. 2-0 to Gateshead. Ball out to Ollie Thompson. Winter's going to win the header, but the ball's going to be picked up by Ollie. Ollie pings it through. Lovely stuff. Aaron Martin. Oh, good save by Laurie Walker. What has Martin got to do to get a goal this season? Oh, we thought that was the moment, but Gateshead still in possession. Ward lays it off to Conter. Inside the Gateshead half, just put back over the halfway line to Story. Conter. Lovely touch there. Just plays it back. No nonsense from Conter. Oh, he yorked his body, got onto it, got the finish in the keeper's hand. Ball over the top. Is Ollie onside? He is. Can he finish it? Oh, the keeper. Oh, now can he finish it now? Yes! Greg Ollie makes it 3-0. Oh. That.
I'm sorry, I think that may be me.
Oh. The ball over the top, the defence stood still. Ollie, he brought it down. The keeper did well. Credit to Laurie Walker. It's a second good save he made, but the ball just spilled away, and Ollie got the second bite of the apple, and in the back of the net it went. 3-0 Gateshead.
Dreamland. Absolute dreamland. It's a wonderful ball over the top. Greg Ollie, it's just hesitated a little bit to allow the defender to get back in. And, the keeper's made a really good save, Walker, by the way. But Greg's kept his composure. He stayed calm, and it's a lovely finish. Gateshead 3 up at half. Well, as we head towards half time, still 8 minutes to go yet. Absolute dreamland.
Well, Barnet have kicked off. My word. 38 minutes gone. Gateshead 3, Barnet 0. As Conter drives with the ball. He's got it there. Was he fouled? Referee says no, he slipped. And now they can try and build themselves. Barnet going to put it out to Winter on the right-hand side. Ollie Thompson comes over to Market. Ball played forward. Now
ball.
Captain puts it across there. There's nobody coming in and happily put out by Tinkler. It was a lovely ball. If that had been someone just throwing themselves at it.
What Gateshead have to do is give them nothing until half-time. You know, if they get one, it's a big boost for them ahead of half-time. It gives them a platform to work on. Gateshead have to keep it calm. They've got to get to half-time without conceding, even at 3-0 up.
Well, corner on the far side. The captain goes over to take it. Dale Gorman. They've had a few practices at these corners throughout this game. Gateshead need to stay switched on. We know they can put a good delivery into the box.
Man edge of the box as well, by the way.
In it comes. It's tight. Keeper just palms it away there. Montgomery does well. Ollie Thompson coming to stop the ball being carried on, but it went out for a throw. And we know Conlon's going to come over here for another long throw. This is where Gateshead have to stay focused. Well, in comes the long throw. He trots from the running track. It's up. It's long. Marin Martin's there. Header clear. Campbell. Can he get in front of Fernandez? He can it. Canu's got it on the edge of the box. Down he goes. And he's a free kick in a dangerous position. About 22 yards out right-hand side of the D. And
this is really dangerous, this. Whether it's a shot at goal or a cross, this is a really dangerous position. I think it's the captain, isn't it?
Well, Gorman's placed it down. Pritchard's there as well, but by the body language, Gorman's the one that's setting himself up for it. Well, the line is back there. The referee sprayed it. He's not going to let Gateshead try and steal some yards as Ollie Thompson's the only man not back. Gateshead have an outlet if they can clear it. But what kind of shot or cross are we going to see from Barnet as Winter is across here? And now Ollie Thompson races back. And it's Winter. Can he get across in? Ollie Thompson doesn't have to put him off. Header, 3-1! As I think it was Woods that came in there and buried that one into the back of the net. And Barnet have one back. It's 3-1.
Yeah, Gateshead switching off there. And Ollie Thompson's just not quick enough to react, unfortunately, to the ball down the right-hand side. It's a great dink to our post, asking to be headed home. As I say, it's a route back now for Barnet. Gateshead just have to see this out and go again. You know, it's a minor setback, but they have to keep the composure and get through to half-time at 3-1. You would have taken that before the game, wouldn't you?
You certainly would, but we had just said just before that goal happened, they need to stay focused because that's what Barnet can do. As the ball slip there, Gateshead pick it up. As the rain starts to come in from the Tyne River here at Gateshead. It's very misty to our left, and it's going to make it slick out there. As Montgomery clears the ball up towards Ward. Ward wants to get Tinkler ball over the top. It's asking a lot of Campbell, and Laurie Walker can run over to the edge of his box and collect that. Well, 42 minutes. It's 3-1. As Laurie Walker pumps the ball up the pitch. Ball headed on by Barnet. Magnier wins it there. Was that a foul on Magnier? I thought there was. As the ball's going to go out for a throw there. Goal kick, sorry. Yeah, it just seemed that there was an arm there.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to get leverage and sort of get above him. My first instinct was that he could have fouled him, but I think it is just trying to get up above Magnier and get the ball first.
Wow. You can see that rain is coming up. We can see Baker to our left of East Newcastle, and it's very misty over there, and it's working its way over the river to Gateshead. Gateshead have a goal kick here. James Montgomery, all in bright pink, neon pink. It's his kick up towards Aaron Martin. Beaten towards it, gives a free kick away.
You don't need a foul. You don't need a foul there.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to give Barnet another sniff before half time.
Still awaiting confirmation of the Barnet goal scorer. Nothing coming up online from their side.
I think it was either Sam Woods or Harry Smith. They're both very the same build. As he wins the header, but it's going to skim out as Winter tried to get there, and it's a goal kick to Gateshead. As the wind comes up now, we can just feel a little bit of that misty rain hitting us here in the Tyne and Weir stand.
Yeah. Come on. Oh no, you got back on.
Well, Montgomery not in any hurry here.
Confirmation arrived. It was Harry Smith that scored for Barnet.
Well, there we go. It was Harry Smith that got the header in the end. Goal kick taken by Montgomery. Campbell tussling there. The header on by Smith though. Magnay puts it forward. Headed back. There's going to be Tinkler just to get it down to Ward. Ward looking for a runner. Puts the ball over the top. It's not a bad ball. Just it's on the wrong side of Aaron Martin. Well, Magnay, was he fouled? Referee says no. Gateshead need to clear the lines. They have now. Is that going to bounce for Aaron Martin?
Oh, Aaron,
No, but it's going to fall to Magnay. Oh, lovely stuff from Magnay. That was rugby stuff. The whistle had been blown. They both went in for it, and Magnay caught him. But he needs to be careful here.
The tackle on Magnay was the worst one.
I know. Well, the referee there wanting a card here.
Who's he giving it to?
He's given the free kick to Gateshead, but that was after the free kick was given. No, so he hasn't. He's given it back to. Wow.
Someone off. Oh, must have been offside.
It must have been
Martin
offside.
must have been
Yeah.
offside.
Well, full-blooded from the first minute to the last minute of the first half. We've got 30 seconds of normal time remaining.
3 minutes added on, by the way. He hasn't signalled yet, but I've just seen a 3 on his board.
Yeah. Well, Laurie
Tell me to say
Walker,
this out.
5 yards from the halfway line, going to take another free kick, looking for the big men. Pumps it up towards the end of the edge of the box. Aaron Martin's there to head it clear. Campbell gets in front of Pritchard and just clears the ball down the line, just to relieve the pressure, and Gateshead can get their shape back and get a little bit higher up the pitch. But Laurie Walker is going to put it back up again, up towards Winter. But Gateshead now. Oh, and Ollie Thompson just swung and missed, but now he can clear it.
Yeah, he's done well there.
Yes, he's done very well. As the 3 minutes confirmed. As Martin now gets it. It's 2-on-1. Can he keep going with the ball? Martin, he's driving with it. He's got space. Can he lay it off? He does. Campbell. Oh, he cuts onto his other foot. Ollie! Oh, great save. Great save. But still with Gateshead inside the box. Conter gets it across to Robbie Tinkler, who fancies a shot from distance himself. Oh, another fantastic save from Laurie Walker, and he is furious with his defence. That's 5 good saves in this game.
Yeah, brilliant. He's had a great game, to be fair. He's conceded 3, but what a game Walker's had. I just feel Aaron Martin may have to play that ball a little bit earlier, because Adam Campbell, he's kept his composure. It's a great save from Ollie, but Gateshead have recovered the play really well. Played it. Conter's done well to turn back on himself, give it to Tinkler. It's another very good save.
But as we said from the very first minute, they've got a very high line, and when Gateshead can break it, they do break it well. As the ball comes in, Story tries to go for it. Ball goes out for another corner. Wow.
Oh, if Gateshead can get another one. If they can get another one fourth time, even to see it out of this. What a first half.
Ollie is in no rush to take it there on the far side. Ball rolls away. Well, takes a shot to Campbell. Campbell puts it Ollie. Good position to put it in. It's a good cross. Header. Conter. Oh, just puts it past. Puts it past. He had the goal at his mercy. Just thought that was going to nestle in the side netting.
I think he's possibly just got up too early,
Yeah.
And he's on his way down as the ball's approaching him.
Skimmed, hasn't it, across the forehead. Well, there must be about a minute left here. I've added on time in the first half. And at the moment, if you're a Gateshead fan, you're much the happier. But Barnet have to be respected as Cano chases down. Oh, that was a tackle on Magnay from behind, and he's given it the other way around. So a dangerous opportunity now for Barnet to put a cross in here. 5 yards from the right-hand touchline, halfway down the box. Say level with the penalty spot, more or less. Gorman comes to take this one. And this would be a bitter pill to swallow if Barnet pull another one back here. Surely this is the last action of the first half. Gorman, the captain, places the ball down, takes a few steps back. The delivery comes in now. It's towards the back post. Headed clear by Aaron Martin. Great stuff. Pritchard nods it back in. There's Ward to head it clear again. It's going to be headed back in. There's Martin to nod it clear. Fantastic stuff from Gateshead's number 15. As it still hasn't been cleared yet, though. Barnet on the edge of the box. Now Gateshead can break. Can they send it? Ollie Thompson. Oh,
it's a handball.
Well, the referee hasn't given the handball the whole of the time. We are dancing out as Winter goes for the shot. Goal! Great save from Montgomery. And, there's a player down in agony on the far side there, Potter. He's rocking and rolling, but he's up now. Nope. He's took a clatter there, Potter. He's limping. But another corner to Barnet. Well, Gorman complained he didn't get the ball quick, but Barnet didn't want the multi-ball.
If I was him, I'd float this.
Got to change it up somewhat, but they've got some big target men to go for. As in it comes towards the near post. Appeals for handball on Tinkler there. And Gateshead looking to stop the ball coming back in as Gorman has it on the right-hand side. Lays it back down the line to Canu. Inside, and there is the half-time whistle. Gateshead take a 3-1 lead into the break. Campbell, Story, and Ollie, the men with the goals. And it looks like it was Harry Smith with the goal for Barnet late on in the first half. Mark, you couldn't ask for much more from Gateshead at the moment. They've defended resolute when they needed to, but on the break, they've looked dangerous.
Really dangerous. I think there are more goals in this game without question. I don't think either defence is really on top form. Look, Gateshead has been slightly better. But I do think, looking at Barnet, they are leaving themselves wide open to a counter-attack. Now, second half, you look at that Gateshead bench. Yes, you look at the two sort of defensive midfielders or defenders, Lone Bailey and Forbes, but I think they could come on and make a real impact.
They really could. We're just going to gather our thoughts, gather our breath, and we hope you've enjoyed that first half. There's more to come here in the second half. We're going to play out a highlight from this week's Heat On Me podcast where we spoke to Carl Magny, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Please stick with us.
We have our guest, the man, the myth, the Magny. Here he is. He's
Very good, Dave. I did like that.
You're looking pretty relaxed. All right, Mags.
Was that from Charlie last season? That?
Yeah, it was Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah, I did enjoy that one, David. Fine work.
It was. I'd say that obviously excitement's all building. We can all allow ourselves to get excited for this game now, obviously with the league games out the way. You've been in this position. Is this the 5th time you possibly could get to Wembley?
4th. This will be 4th.
Yeah. So, I mean, fair to say, you're not getting on that far in age, but you've got a bit of experience, and you've got experience in these games now. So you're going to be bringing that into the dressing room, surely.
I plan to, but it is fair to say that I am knocking on. You can say that without us getting offended. But yeah, I think considering it is such a young group, it's important that I bring that experience. And of course, you've got Clarkey, who was involved the first time round. We went with Gateshead, so having someone like him in the building that the lads love and respect, he can obviously chuck his hat into it as well. So yeah, if we were to get there, I'm sure there's plenty of people that we can call on that can sort of bring the lads at ease and give them a taste of what to expect, I suppose.
Yeah, and I say it's just obviously it's all ramping up at the moment where we've had a blast tonight with Said. Actually, someone's asked us to ask Carl the big question: have you been watching the show at all before you come on?
I haven't seen tonight. I've been working, but I have watched the show previously, but not tonight. What have I missed?
Well, you missed my 8-year-old daughter while she was supposed to be in bed. Has covered herself in lipstick all over her face, and we want to know. It's been she's been on the show showing it off. Do you know how to remove lipstick well?
Not well. I should know because I've got 2 nieces, but no, anything that involves mess, or if there's nappy needs changing, I'm a classic uncle and just leave the room.
Yeah.
And just let the parents deal with that. It's none of my business, I'm afraid.
I try to do that as a dad. I'll let these lads ask some questions while I think.
Good lad. So, Carl, Mickey's nervous. Do you get nervous before these big games, or do you just sort of get in the zone and just go and do your thing?
I think I used to get really nervous. I've never really showed it. I probably don't get as nervous as lads that I've played with in the past. I've seen some lads really struggle with big games. At different clubs and stuff. I've had a teammate at Hartlepool who would actually be sick before games, and not even big games, just normal league games. Would take himself off into the cubicle and would actually be violently sick before just a normal league game. So I'm not on that level, but I think it is what everyone says. You need them nerves to get the best out of yourself, to make sure that you're alive and you're on your front foot when the game starts. As I've gotten older, I've tended to not feel the pressure or the noise as much. But yeah, there will definitely be an element of nerves going into the game at the weekend, especially given, what it means and what's at stake.
Aye, absolutely.
Given what's at stake, I'm nearly being violently sick and shit myself.
Both ends.
You the gods of the truth, Mags. My underpants are wrecking. It's on you bloody Thursday.
Man.
Lovely.
But that's, do you know, as awful as that sounds, Mickey, that's, and I don't mean this to sound sadistic, but that's what we want. That's what we want you to go through. That's what we do it for.
That's been doing it for years, Max. So.
I think it's good to feel something in it. Obviously, preferably not out of both ends, like you've said there. But we, as players, you want to give fans the opportunity to get excited, and this hopefully is a good opportunity for yourselves to look forward to something. But even if it's a nervous feeling, just to feel something as a fan. I'm obviously a fan myself, and that's what you want,
I just want you to see you recreate that we're going to Wembley on the pitch side again, like you did the last time. That's still
I remember that on the track after the Grimsby game.
Say Ben Allison, he mustn't be up with the full bio of Carl Magnier, but which teams have you been to Wembley with? Of course, it was Gateshead. You mentioned Grimsby, and was it Hartlepool the other one?
No. This was when I was a kid. So the new Wembley, I've been there twice with Gateshead and Grimsby.
Yeah.
But then when I was a kid, I was there like in youth tournament sort of thing. So yeah. Professionally, I've only been twice, so this would be the third time professionally.
Now, I don't know if you can remember this story, and I don't know if you still do it, but when you came on the podcast, you said that the lads used to give you a little bit of jip for a little John Terry statue that you used to bring with you to the games. Right?
That's absolute. That is complete bollocks. Who told you that? It had to be in Chandler or Marwood or somewhere like that, was it?
I think it was. I was going to say, can you dig it out and bring it on Saturday?
That is completely. They've had you on there because but it was just. Obviously, the whole Chelsea thing and that, and when I was younger, maybe I did speak about it subconsciously quite a lot. I don't know. I certainly don't anymore after the stick that I got because of it. But it's unavoidable sometimes. If a new player came into the dressing room, they would maybe ask, what was it like at Chelsea, and different players. And as soon as I opened my mouth to respond, which. Just being polite. I couldn't sit there and just ignore the kid or whoever was asking the question. But as soon as I opened my mouth to respond, like I could see, especially that group, Chandler and Marwood, and all their eyes were going down the dressing room thinking, "Oh, here he goes again. Here's JT." If he drops JT in the conversation. So then they started making these lies up. Or they've obviously told you that I had a John Terry figurine that I used to carry around. I do appreciate JT. I've got a lot of respect for him, but I don't carry a miniature plastic like in my bag or whatever on a daily basis.
I'm absolutely devastated. I thought that was true. I thought he'd be on your mantelpiece.
Honestly, I genuinely believed he had one of them, like the little like cartoon figurines. I thought, I wonder if he's still got it. I was like,
no. We're all still in a group chat now, and can you remember Josh Walker, who played for season under Gary Mills? Josh is double lively in that group chat, and now and then, just randomly, even though it's been 8 years since we all left each other as a squad, there'll just be a photo of me and John Terry like pop in the group, or just randomly, and no context behind it whatsoever. So yeah.
Have the lads wished you luck for Saturday?
Not yet. Everyone's. I'm just seeing the group chat kick off here because Marwood's just had a second child. So
fantastic! Quality.
I thought he was wagging.
Yeah, he's taking the attention at the minute, but I'm sure there'll be a few messages prior to the game. Because to be fair, that group, there's a lot of us who are all really close friends, and we see each other quite regular and drop each other messages and whatever they're doing now.
You mentioned Josh Walker. He's back playing, isn't he, in Scotland at a lower level? But nice to see him back playing. He scored a raker of a goal the other week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Who's
about 30 yards. I think it's like Northern League level in Scotland.
Is it? And last I knew, he was playing for Edinburgh City, I think.
Yeah, no, this was tired, and then I think he's dusted the boots off to play for a lower league side. But I
was going to say it must be really low league because judging by his height, when he was on holiday, he got some stick about his gut. So it must be.
Hey, Carl,
he's staying to play at this stage.
Yeah.
You see any comparisons with the unity in this squad to the one that went to Wembley in 2014, Carl?
I do. I thought that last season, actually, when I come in last season. It's a brilliant group. There's some great characters. For me, it's strange though because I'm a lot older than this current group, and I sort of sit there a bit nostalgic, really, imagining myself at that age that they are all are. I just sort of thinking back.
Well, you join us back here at Gateshead International Stadium. I've had a pee break. I've calmed my nerves. I'm sorry if I've broken any speakers or damaged any cat's ears or dog's ears. Wow, what a first half of football, Mark.
It is, yeah. It was an unbelievable half where, let's be honest, it probably could have been 6-3 or 6-4. I just feel that the first 15 minutes of the second half are crucial. I think Barnet will, if they don't make changes at half time, they may well make them early second half to try and get the likes of de Havilland and Kavamba in the game. For Gateshead, I mean, for both sides, to be fair, the next goal is massive, and I said this in midweek. But if Gateshead can come out and get the first goal of the second half, I think they should go on and win the game. If Barnet get it, then it could be back to the wall for the rest of the game. The one thing I would say from Gateshead's point of view, I do think Barnet are susceptible to being hit with a counter attack.
Yeah.
I look at them, the way they're set up. I look at the way they've defended first half. It's been very, it's been a bit all over the place at times, if I'm honest. I think Gateshead haven't taken full advantage of the breaks that they've had just yet. But they need to do that second half. So, as I say, first goal, second half, crucial. In the first 15 minutes too.
Well, we're just going to quickly go through the scores in the National League. Obviously, there's some fixtures that do concern Gateshead in their relegation battle at the moment. Bromley 2, Solihull Moors 0, Dagenham Redbridge 0, Dorking 0. Of course, that one is in interest of Gateshead because Dorking are above Gateshead in the league. Maidenhead 0, Chesterfield 0, Maidstone 0, Bournemouth 2, and that would be all about Maidstone being relegated, I would say. I don't think there's any hope of Maidstone turning it round. The other game that does concern us, both Scunthorpe and Torquay United below us in the league are playing each other today, and at the moment it is called off waterlogged pitch against Aldershot. The There we say champions-elect Wrexham are winning 2-1 at home to Oldham Athletic. And we are just waiting. And in the other FA Trophy semi-final, Altrincham are winning 1-0 at the moment against Halifax. But neither game is over yet.
There is definitely going to be one change, by the way.
Yeah, it does look like there's one player warming up there, doesn't it?
It's just about to take. I think it's Kabamba.
Yeah.
Can't see through that.
I think they'll be wanting to have more of a threat up front. And dare I say, might it be Kanu that might leave? He hasn't had the best of afternoons, but we'll let you know as the teams come back out. But he is stripping down and getting ready to get his shirt on. And there's a lot of people taking their chance to get some refreshments and a toilet break here at Gateshead International Stadium. Massive thank you to everyone that has sent in the messages. Arthur Brown, Davy Pott. Someone's asking, where is Connor Panny? He's cup-tied. He played in a game for Blythe Spartans in the FA Trophy earlier in the season.
I think it was Morpeth.
Morpeth, sorry, yes, he did. He's had a couple of loan spells. Alan Guest as well, thank you for your message there. We need to get a fourth and stop Barnet and getting a second, of course. But, you know, we've got to respect Barnet. They're a good side. And Davy Potter's put Iron Mike, Black and White Army. Lots of messages coming in there. Thank you very much for everyone. We'll get through to them when we can. But at the moment, we're just going to keep ourselves ready, calm. And Barnet are the first team out of the tunnel here. Of course, they're going to be shooting towards the River Tyne end this half. Gateshead towards the Felon end. Well, Canu's back out. So is Pritchard. Smith. Trying to see who isn't back out yet. There's still not the full array of players. But we'll sharp find out who Kabamba is going to be coming on for. Is number 3 out? Finley Potter? He is. Finley Potter's out there. I thought we've seen him limping at the end. But he's back out.
Fernandez. 2.
Well, Fernandez is... yeah, he's out there. Well, we're making a double substitution to Haviland and Kabamba. They're throwing the big guns on. Gateshead back out here. Well, we did hazard to be a change. We did think that both of these players would see a bit of action at some point this afternoon. And obviously the scoreline at the moment was dictated that happening sooner. You're going to see the score, but number 9, Kabamba is coming on for number 28. So Sam Woods didn't come back out. Looks like it's going to be a rejig in formation. And de Havilland is coming on for. Looks like they're going 3 at the back. I think Barnet. Well, they've got nothing to lose at the minute. They're going to have to go for it. De Havilland comes on for. We'll just see who this is confirmed for. Is coming on for Fernandez. Also, Fernandez isn't out there.
So this is a very, very, very attacking Barnet side. But as you say, nothing to lose, have they?
Yeah, they're going to go very direct here, I feel. Oh, we can hear the Barnet fans on the far side. We're about to get underway. Gateshead kicking off in their grey shirts, black shorts, white socks. Barnet in their purple, white shorts and purple socks. So we're about to get underway here in the second half. 45 minutes separates both sides from Wembley. As the ball goes up, the ball's going to go straight out of play for a throw to Barnet down on our right-hand side near the scoreboard. People still making their way back to their seats here. As it is going to be Kimo with the long throw this time down the line. Smith battling, plays it down the line, but there's Story who puts it up. Header won by Barnet though. Smith holds the ball up. Ollie tries to dispossess him, but Barnet managed to clear. Tinkler heads it forward, comes back over the top. There's Story to put it back up towards the defensive line of Barnet. Headed up in midfield. Conter wins the header. It's very much like a training game at the moment. As Gateshead are in possession now. Ball through to Aaron Martin holds it up well. Campbell, Ollie, back to Campbell. Campbell's first touch. Oh, he gets the ball back. Fortunate for his second touch. Wasn't the greatest, but Pye can keep it in. Pye just plays it down the line.
Start again.
Magnate plays it to Story. And I think Magnate might have dropped back into defence and we might have...
I think that's just because
Pye was over there, but we'll see. Gateshead battling for the ball at the moment in front of the dugout. Canu drives forward with the ball, plays it down the line here. De Havilland gets his first touch, left-hand side of the box. Story just takes it off him, and he's going to keep it. Oh, he couldn't keep it in. It's a corner. Well, De Havilland was driving with the ball there.
Well, as I say, the first 10, 15 of this half are massive. You know exactly where this is going to go. Gateshead have to be at it here defensively.
Well, Gorman needs to have another one of those deliveries. De Havilland's over there with him. They haven't got the aerial threat of
The ball's not in the D, but
Fernandez.
in the
The ball here, it's definitely not in the D. It's out yet. As the ball comes in now. Oh, it hasn't been cleared yet. Now cleared by Tinkler off the goal line. Canu's going to bring it down. He heads the ball up in the air. When he headed back towards Canu. Was a lovely turn by Ollie Thompson. Now, that was Canu backing into him, and he just turned and rolled. Now, I don't know how. Well, all the big men are going up here. Of course, they've lost the threat of Fernandez, but replaced it with the threat of Kabamba. Just as tall, just as physically strong. Wow. Magnus seen the two men. I have a man behind him. There's another man on the far side who Ollie's marking. Going wide. I think this might go through the centre. What do we have here? Gorman puts it up. It goes wide to the man on the far side. Pye does well to put it out, and someone did switch off there.
Tell you what, I think that's a goal kick.
Yeah. Well, we wait for this corner coming to Havilland.
This will be whipped right in on top of Montgomery.
And De Havilland's there now in front of the away fans. And it comes, headed clear by Pye, back to De Havilland. It's going to go out for a throw. Gateshead have to stay focused and not let a man slip away. Conlon now goes over there. Short one to Gorman, the captain.
Again.
Campbell does well. And that ball hasn't been cleared. Now the ball comes in. Pye didn't get the clearance. Shot saved by Montgomery. And he kind of keep it in. It's another corner. And Gateshead just a little bit shaky at the moment. As Montgomery needs to be careful. Doesn't need to bite to the torment.
He's done nothing wrong.
Yeah. Well, Barnet players.
Short one again.
We've seen it all game. They want to agitate and disrupt as Canu tries to lay it off. Now he does. De Havilland puts it in. It's looped, and Story can pump that out to play just over the dugout of Barnet. 50 minutes gone. Still 3-1 to Gateshead. Well, I think we are going to see quite a bit of added on time here, because I think in the first half there wasn't any stoppages, and it was all about the throw, wasn't it? The referee stopping it. So this long ball, anyone trying to time waste, it's going to be counterproductive.
Gateshead just have to be careful here, because it's been a good start to second half for Barnet, as we expected.
Tinkler with the long throw, headed on by Barnet, and Ollie Thompson was chasing down there on Conlon, and he's going to chase down the goalkeeper. Good work from Ollie Thompson. Smith brings the ball down. De Havilland puts it first time over the top, but there wasn't a runner from Barnet, but they're trying to get there now. Tinkler clears the ball. Pritchard nods it up in the air. And Aaron Martin. Oh, his flick didn't get to its destination. Tinkler, that's... well, this referee...
It's getting booked now, Corner. He's been warned, you know. He had warnings first off.
He has. He went in there. Oh.
Go on, keep walking away.
That's it. Connor's going to get the red if he keeps walking. Well, the classic. I mean, I'm not just saying this because it's a Barnet player. Could be a Gateshead player. They always think they can get away with players by not, as if they haven't made eye contact, that they're not there. They think the referees are Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It's a high line.
Ball now. Campbell looking to get there. It's been not a Bruni. It's going to fall to Ward. Ward Oh, he just couldn't get it towards Aaron Martin. Magne nods it down to Pye. And it has been a little bit of a change in formation for Gateshead. Well, not formation, switching positions as Pye is now left wing back. Drives with the ball now down the wing. Plays it inside to Ollie Thompson. Ollie Thompson plays it back to Magne. Well, that was a push in the back I've ever seen it. The referee needs to get a little grip of this because someone's going to get hurt. Tinkler plays it down the line looking for the run of Martin. Martin's going to chase it down. Akimo plays the ball out. Good pressure from Aaron Martin.
Very good pressure. Do you know, he's done all right today, Aaron Martin. He's had a really good game leading the line.
You know,
Owen Bailey coming on.
I mean, that was a beautiful save by Laurie Walker. And the return of Owen Bailey after I think it was a fractured ankle he had.
I wonder if this might be Ollie Thompson.
Possibly. Just shore things up in midfield somewhat. If it is. 39 it is. Ollie Thompson. The youngsters give a great account of himself. He hasn't looked out of place. But the return of Owen Bailey into midfield is not a bad sight at all. So you would hazard a guess it's going to be Campbell. And, well, actually, I think Ward might be pushed a little bit higher up here now with that there. Oh, 1 second. Well, so we've got a shout out that we'll give out shortly as Gateshead have a throw in at the moment. Ollie launches it in then. Story just didn't get away, but it's headed out for a corner. And Gateshead have a corner here. We've got a shout out. Please could you give a shout out to Davy Dickinson of the Midnafallen branch, Heed Army. We'd love to hear that. Would have loved to have been here today. Well, hopefully you're listening in and enjoying it. But Gateshead have a corner here. Greg Ollie. Gateshead haven't committed everybody forward here. There's a few players back. What kind of delivery can we have? Are we going to go short? It doesn't. It goes in there. And there was a pull on Martin's arm there. He should have went down. Ward puts a cross in there. Martin. Oh, and it's going to go behind for another. He's out cold. We hope he's all right. Harry Smith, there's been a clash and he's down line in his own penalty area. The game has been stopped and we really hope,
as well, by the way.
we really hope that Harry Smith is going to be okay. I would hazard a guess that's the last he'll play in this game with a head injury. He didn't move and Laurie Walker's signalling to the bench and we pray and hope that Harry Smith is okay.
Good player. Good to see Chris Bell going on and checking on Smith, by the way, the Gateshead physio.
Yeah. So he's still down at the moment. I think Aaron Martin might have just got a graze there as well. The ball was to be won. It wasn't a malicious foul. The clash of heads, it looks like. And not what you want to see on a football pitch at all. Well, he's still receiving treatment. Gateshead players and taking on water at the moment. There's a lot of concerned Barnet players, as rightly so as well. Their teammate and friend lying on the pitch. It happened on 53 minutes, and the most important thing at the moment is that Harry Smith is okay.
Yeah, nothing malicious about it, was it? It was just a ball they were competing for.
And look, Harry Smith is a fantastic player, as you said, scored goals at a higher level. He's a big, strong, burly striker. He's not the type of man to go down for no reason, and we just hope that he is okay. At the moment, the medical teams from both clubs are both looking at Harry Smith at the moment. I think he must be conscious because Aaron Martin just went over there and give him a touch there.
I mean, you would think with the concussion laws the way they are now, if there's any signs of it, he'll be off.
That will be the end of his afternoon. I think he's been out cold there. Rivalries and match aside, the human life is more important, and we hope that he is back fighting fit with the home of his family, as well as playing again in the near future. Well, a lot of the Barnet players still standing around the penalty spot there. They're concerned for the teammate who's lying in the 6-yard box to our right. Well, I'm still awaiting to see Harry Smith get up yet, and I think we might be getting the stretcher here. We are. Chris Bell has come over. St. John's Ambulance are coming to do this, and we just hope and pray that Harry Smith makes a full recovery here. There's a neck brace being got out there as well. I really hope that he's okay. The round of applause that you can hear in the background for the St. John's Ambulance men are going out there to assist with the stretcher. And some medical St. John's Ambulance from the other side that were at the other stand as well are going over to help out.
The fact he hasn't even moved.
No, not at all.
Is worrying. No, I mean, he's moved, I should say.
Yeah.
He's in pretty much the same position he was when he went down. And
he kind of landed in a recovery position by an awful twist. But it is. We just want to see him fit and well. Well, players from both sides just with a spare ball, just keeping themselves warm and maybe their mind off what's happened there, because it's certainly not what anybody wants to see. Just while we're on, a massive thank you to everyone that has tuned in today. It has took a stoppage here. If you have just joined us on about 5 minutes ago, we have a player down for Barnet with a head injury, it looks like, and they're going to be putting him on the stretcher. We appreciate everyone that has tuned in today. Of course, it's an exciting day. This has brought a little bit of reality back to the occasion. And the most important thing is that this player is okay. We'd like to say thank you to all the Barnet fans that have tuned in as well, that you've trying to chose to join us, and all the Gateshead fans around the world as well. As they still haven't moved Harry Smith yet. Oh, he's up there. He's onto his knees. Thankfully, it looks like the stretcher won't be needed, but I think that will be all he has seen of the match today as the Gateshead players and the Barnet players getting a huddle.
Sorry, this is awful, the situation, but Barnet assistant manager, no right go to the third official about the challenge, and it was an honest challenge between two people going for the ball. He's having a right go.
Well, Harry Smith is going to be replaced by Courtney Senior, and that is their full quota of substitutions used. Of course, you can't allow anyone to continue. I think there might be a cut there as well. Just
you can see
the red. Yeah. I hope Harry Smith gets a warm round of applause here from the home fans and the away fans. That was a scary moment there. Thankfully, he's walking off the pitch under his own power, under his own steam. I think he's going to have a sore head for a couple of days.
It's good to see that he's walking off. I mean, you always worry when someone stretches it off. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of.
Yeah, I think he's been cut open as well. Well, he is going to be replaced by Courtney Senior. Memory serves me right. He's a tricky right winger. I think he'll be utilised up top though. Oh yes, a nasty cut there, and he's getting a round of applause. He gives a thumbs up to the Tyne Weir stand there, and well, I hope you're back to play soon, Harry. But that's about. Oh yeah, he's big round of applause. As we're back underway here, you would hazard there's going to be about an 8 minute or 9 minute added on there. Could even be 12 or 15 minutes with substitutions at the end here, but the ball.
So we're using multi-ball now.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, let's see how they're taking the balls away now. Gateshead, and free kick given on the edge of the box there. I think they just have brought Canu down. Just notice how they want to use the multi-ball there. Gateshead's putting all the balls away, but Gateshead have to defend here.
Nonny Vlogs Kabamba's already on. He came on at half time.
Did I say Kabamba? Yeah, Kabamba, yeah.
This is really dangerous. I say this all the time. It's one of them that can swing in and go all the way. But this will be floated, I imagine, far post.
Well, Campbell is a one-man wall. In it comes, headed clear by Gateshead. Dan Ward needs to hoof that away, and he has. And Gateshead have relieved the pressure.
Some appeals for handball in there.
Barnet want to get the ball back in. Akimo gets it straight back in. He gets the ball back from the header from there, and Gateshead clear it. They're sitting deep though. And Gateshead need to push out as now Conlon puts it out to the far side. Senior gets his first touch. Tries some trickery, cuts inside, puts the cross in. Comes off, and now De Havilland goes for the shot, and it goes through the legs. And Monty comes through. That went through Dan Ward's legs, but James Montgomery quick off his line to smother the ball.
I think there's been a little change here, by the way, like Gateshead. I think Ethan Pye's gone to left wing back. Magnier's gone back in the back four.
Yeah. No, it's back three still. Back three. As the ball goes out there.
Yeah, sorry, back three.
Yeah. I had mentioned that earlier on.
I never listened to you, Dave.
64 minutes gone, but there's going to be at least 10 minutes of stoppages, you would imagine, here. Gateshead were throwing.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Magnier's into the. I don't know if it was just a temporary thing, but
at first I thought it was temporary, but Pye stayed out there. As the ball to Ollie. Oh, and the ball. Kabamba pounces on the loose pass back. Plays it down the line. Senior. And well, Magnier judged to have pulled him down, and the referee's coming over. Straight over. It's going to be a yellow card. Well, the player's down like he's been poleaxed, but he was only had his shirt pulled back.
Well, it's one of them fouls. It's a professional foul, isn't it? Where you bring them down because he's away and you try and disrupt the play. So
well,
I think Magnier, was it?
I think it's Magnier, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Senior's up onto his feet now.
Quick recovery.
It certainly was. Into the 65th minute. Gorman with yet another set piece to put the ball into the box.
Yeah, I think there'll be at least 10 minutes added on at the end of this game.
At least, I think, and then the substitutions. Could be talking 15 minutes here.
Good for us of us working on deadlines.
Gorman now whips it in.
Great ball.
As it's headed clear, but only as far as De Havilland. Haven't puts it to Canu on the left-hand side of the box. He's trying some trickery, gets past Ward, but there's Bailey there to help out, and the ball goes out for a corner. Canu's complaining about everything. He won the corner, and he's still complaining like he had been given.
Because he wanted a handball. The worry is that the more they complain, the more likely it is that one will be given.
Well, corner comes in. It's headed over the bar. I think it was Pritchard that got the header there. Goal kick to Gateshead. Well,
there's no attendance being announced just yet.
Yeah, there's Jamie Loveday's mentioned messaged in asking there. So we'll let you know as soon as we hear. Hopefully it's over 3,000. It's Gateshead trying to play it out from the back. And, aggravating the. Well, you say, well, they can't complain if they closed it down to stop it from happening. Ball pinged up by.
Tell you what, that's some knock.
It certainly is. It's going to fall to Canu, puts it over the top. Kabamba headed away though by Magnier. Tinkler with a lovely touch to Ward. Ward under pressure. Tinkler plays it. Oh, lovely stuff to. Oh, and the ball from Ollie just wayward to Canu. Canu down the left. He's got two players with him. Can it get past them though? And Tinkler does well, and the free kick's been given against Canu.
Didn't really need to do that, did he?
He didn't.
He had Tinkler in the box in. He had him going the wrong way, and he's given Gateshead a get out here.
Well, Josh Ewell, friend of the podcast, thank you for the commentary.
You did actually miss James Rushmore as well.
James Rushmore as well? Oh, wow. Apologies, Mr. Rushmore.
Gateshead royalty.
Montgomery up towards Aaron Martin. Didn't quite get the header. Pritchard brings it down. Now de Havilland picks it up in the centre. Canu shows on the left who he uses. De Havilland tries to do the overlap. And, well, that's a booking if he dived. And the referee, well, the boos from the Tyne Weir stand as Canu went down in like the end of platoon.
He's been booked. Well, I tell you, he's lucky boy, because that was a horrendous dive.
Canu now didn't get there as Tinkler. Just give him a gentleman's shove there, and he won't take his hand to get up. And well, Canu needs to be very careful because they've used all their substitutions, and they can't afford a man to be sent off. The Story clears the ball up. Aaron Martin, Akimo had to nod it down there. It's been kept in, but Ward can pick it up in space. He's got man on the far side. Didn't use him though. He just calmly plays it back to Magny. Now Campbell. Campbell through to Aaron Martin, and the offside flag goes up. And Campbell quickly tries to close that down, but now Senior brings the ball forward, and out it goes for a throw to Gateshead. And as Aaron Martin is down on the edge of the penalty box, let's hope he's all right. Well, it looks like Elliot Forbes is getting stripped to come on.
You'd imagine that'll mean Adam Campbell going up front.
Yeah.
He'll be finishing about 6 o'clock at this rate.
Well, if you all just joined us, we're into the 69th minute. There was a 8 to 10 minute stoppage here when Harry Smith looked like he was knocked unconscious. But the scoreline on our screen does read Gateshead 3, Barnet 1. But there will be stoppages at the end. Or added on time, as it's referred to these days. We're showing our age there, Mark.
But you are.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Elliot Forbes returning from injury as well. Great to have Owen Bailey on the pitch, but Elliot Forbes is going to come on. If Aaron Martin can it continue? Yep, that's him done. Aaron Martin walks towards the far side. Elliot Forbes is going to come on. And Gateshead's attacking options just go down somewhat. Oh, no, I think he's going to continue as Elliot Forbes puts his top back on. We're going to see if he can run it off. Gets it of a throw on the far side. Magnier launches it up. Conlon. Oh, lovely stuff from Conta. I know. Would have been a wild shot that if it had went near, but keeper Lawrence can just backtrack and get that. Now the ball, good pressure from Campbell. Ball kicked out of play. Is it going to stay in? Pye nods it forward, and now Aaron Martin nods. Oh,
he's offside. I don't know why he's gone for it.
Well, he's chasing it down. Looks like he's recovered, so we might not see Elliot Forbes anytime soon. That drive and run was anything to go by as de Havilland plays it inside. Tinkler on the back of Canu. Gator trying to force in midfield, force mistakes as Canu lays it off to Bailey. Bailey's got Campbell on the left. He uses him. Can Campbell open up? Cuts inside of it, lays it off to Conta. Oh my word, Dan Ward is in acres of space here if the ball can get to him. It's been covered now though, but the ball in the centre to Ollie. Ollie sees the run of Ward. Ward just couldn't arc his run to get past Canu. And Canu guards the ball, gives it to Akimo. Akimo plays it down the line. Tinkler, can it get there? De Havilland, is that a foul? Referee says no. Ball rolls through to Laurie Walker. Is now the ball across the other side of the pitch. Potter pings the ball up looking for Kabamba. Story's there to help Mark as Story just stood firm. Good tussle between the two. Ball up towards Aaron Martin. Akimo wins the ball. It's going to fall to Conta though in midfield. Can Gateshead break? Oh, and that's a poor ball from Ollie to Kabamba. And now Gateshead have to defend as Gorman looks up. He's got the ball on the far side of Winter, who he uses. He doesn't. He gets it to Senior. Winter's there for support if he needs him though. Campbell closing down. Senior gets past. Pye comes up and good tackle, but it falls to Pritchard. Barnet now looking to get the ball in the box. Senior, right hand side of the pitch. Conta and Campbell there. As Conta comes away with the ball and it stays in. The deflected, it stays in. He needs to really put some shoelaces behind that. But now the ball from de Havilland out to Canu, right hand side, left hand side of the box, up against Ward. Ward standing with him. De Havilland have to play all the way back to the halfway line.
I need to get out here.
Now Gateshead need to pick up. They're sitting deep as Kabamba wants the delivery. Ball on the far side with Winter. Winter wins the corner. 73 minutes gone, but there will be a lot of stoppages.
Announcements just to confirm that the 50-50 draw was cleaned, and the new announcement that the downstairs bar will be open until 5:45 after the game.
Well, will people be drowned in their sorrows or celebrating with the bar open until 5:45? But we have to stay focused. There's a corner coming in from the far side from de Havilland. It's close in towards the keeper, and it's went right through. All it needed was a poke, and apparently it come off a Gateshead head. And it's another corner. Gorman races to get the ball.
Great delivery, by the way. Perfect delivery. Someone has to make the most of that for Barnet, but they just stood back and watched it. Going to be a similar one here, I think. It'd be much better setting up Barnet, much better. Ball still not in the quadrant, by the way.
Well, Gorman stands over it. Elliot Forbes seems to be giving a little bit of encouragement. The ball comes in. It's a decent one. Keeper has to stretch for it. It's up in the air. Hasn't been cleared yet. Campbell now can clear it. Now Ward, Akimo, they're trying to get there. Ward doesn't know where it went. It bounced off his head. De Havilland gets it, and Campbell is... I hope he doesn't get booked here. He did come in, but referee says no, free kick. We're going to use this as an opportunity to get the men on the edge of the box, Barnet, but they take it quickly. Senior now, right-hand side, whips the ball in. There's Stone. Magnier puts it behind, but across there, and he's angry with his teammates that they were put under pressure like that.
A little bit of panic setting in from Gateshead here, and they need to just get someone, the senior players need to get a grip.
You would, it says 15 minutes of normal time, but you would think there's about 25 left here at Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead 3, Barnet 1. A place at Wembley at stake as Gorman with yet another corner for Barnet.
Montgomery blocked in again.
In it comes. It's going to be tight. And there's the keeper. Fists it away. Senior's going to pick it up on the edge of the box. There's Campbell for cover, though, to stop him from getting it in. Down towards the corner flag. He's twisting and turning. Senior plays it down the line to de Havilland. De Havilland now. Back to Senior. Senior's got space to cross one in. Hits it off Campbell. Throwing on the far side. And it's just went a little bit nervy. Barnet enjoying a spell of possession.
Still not a crowd, are we? Attended.
We haven't. Conlon. Tries the ball on his shirt. We know he can deliver a long throw. There's tussling in the box. Kabamba and Martin are pushing and shoving. In it comes. Oh, headed away by Bailey. De Havilland on the edge of the box. Now Gorman puts it out to the far side. Can it be delivered in? He runs into Pye. And Pye, under pressure from Condon, puts it down. And only as far as de Havilland Gateshead sitting very deep. They don't have any outlets. Now, is that a foul off the ball? Referee says no. Cross comes in. Aaron Martin clears it with purpose. And now Aaron Martin, Ward looked like the Akimo had a hold of him. Referee says no. Gateshead still need to push out. They're sitting deep. The back line. Now they're a bit further out. And Pye will see this ball and clear it up the pitch. Out it goes. It's a throw on the far side. And just at the moment, Gateshead just need to regain a little bit of composure. But Barnet, they'll be happy with what they're seeing at the moment. And Akimo nearly didn't get the ball through as Kanu up against Ward, cuts inside of it, lays it off to Pritchard. Pritchard to Gorman. Gateshead, just Campbell nearly trying to get the ball there on the far side. Players all around in and around the box, the edge of the box. Potter, left-hand side of the pitch. Gives it to Senior, who's come across to this side. Couldn't get past Ward. And Ward now. That was a swipe and tackle there. He didn't get the connection, but surely a tackle from behind. The intention was there. Ball over the top. It's asking a lot of Martin, but Laurie Walker come out of his box. He can pick it up now.
There was 3 fouls on Ward. Not one of them's been given. Amazing.
Well, Gorman looks to play this long, looking for the run of Kabamba. It's way too much on it. Straight through to James Montgomery. And Monty just take his time. As long as the ball's in play, he can take his time. Ball over the top, headed by Akimo. Story. An uncharacteristic slip from the central defender as Kanu chases the ball down left-hand side. Ward's there, only goes past Ward, crosses the ball in. There's nobody there for Barnet to get to it. Now Montgomery, great save. He's given a penalty. He's given a penalty. The ball had went out that side from the tackle. The referee's judged to have seen something. And here we are, 79 minutes. It's a penalty to Barnet.
I've got to be honest, I've no idea what that's for. Absolutely no idea what that's for.
Well, the worrying thing is, if it was, it could be another yellow card for Magny, if that's the case. Well, Pritchard is the man going to take this.
Well, Monty was a penalty shootout hero in the quarter-final. Can he do it again?
It certainly was. Well, Gateshead bench certainly not happy with this. There's Pritchard. Stands waiting for the referee to give him the nod to take the penalty. Second penalty of the game. Campbell converted the first. Pritchard steps up. And he puts it in the back of the net. It's Gateshead 3, Barnet 2, and game on here. And Barnet, they're geeing up their fans. They're going to come at Gateshead here. And Magny just takes a step on the ground there to stretch out some of his legs, both legs.
Forbes coming on.
Elliot Forbes.
It's game on. I still don't know what it was for, but it's a very good penalty from Pritchard. I think it's Magny's challenge, but I kind of see how it's a foul, if I'm honest.
I didn't see any appeals for it during the game.
Absolutely game on. Probably 20 minutes left here.
Well, now we're being allowed. The fourth official was arguing with Chris Bell there. Gateshead players all getting in a huddle here to compose themselves. But Elliot Forbes looks like he is going to come on now, and this time it's not for Aaron Martin. It looks like it's going to be for Carl Magny. As the Barnet fans sense something, they're on the far side. The team's got back into it. We're in at the 81st minute, and there could be about 20 minutes remain. Well, Magny looks like he's played his final part in the game.
Straight swap on it. Forbes will just go in at centre back alongside Story and Tinkler.
Well, Elliot Forbes stretching, ready to come on. Magny comes towards the halfway line. Well, we're going to get back underway here in a second.
First substitution for Gateshead. Running the pitch, number 32, Carl Magny. being replaced by number 14, Elliot Phelps.
Well, what has this game got in store for us now? That's a poor ball. De Havilland picks it up. Gateshead don't need to give away silly tackles. As it's throw to Gateshead though in front of the Barnet dugout. Robbie Tinkler's going to be the man to take it. Launches it up towards Greg Ollie. Lovely little flick, and can Gateshead get it further forward. Oh, Aaron Morton tried to get it over there. Bailey wins the header though. Headed up by Potter. Brought down. Ball off Conter. Barnet hook it clear. Kabamba nods it on, but Story's there to mop up. Tries to pick out a ball to the left-hand side, but Campbell had to get himself back onside.
Greg Ollie looks like he's playing as part of the front three, doesn't he? He's now playing further forward. I just wonder if there's sense in maybe dropping him into a three.
Well, at the moment, Barnet on the ball through Pritchard. Plays it out to the far side. The ball's going to be played down the line. Senior gets the ball. Bailey does well to win the ball back. Campbell under pressure lays it off to Pye. Pye puts it over the top. Bailey's running forward to win the header. Doesn't quite get there. Senior comes back to help out and plays it back to Laurie Walker. Kimo plays it out to Potter. Potter looks to find Canu, who he does. And now Canu drives forward with the ball. De Havilland's in space on the left. It was too easy. Can he get this cross in? He can. It's deep. It's deep. It's headed away by Pye on the far side. Out. It'll go for a throw. And well, that was too easy for De Havilland.
Too easy, yeah. He's walked past Dan Moore there. And the momentum in this game is very much with Barnet now.
6 minutes of normal time remain. At least 10 to 12 of added on time. In comes the long throw. Headed clear by Elliot Forbes. Only as far as Akimo, and Gateshead rush to pass out. There's a player down, head injury. They're going to have to stop it. And there we go. And it's going to be Gateshead's ball after this. But if it is a head injury, let's hope he's okay. We've already seen a bad one. He's lying down there at the moment in the pitch. They've used all their substitutions, Barnet. The referee hasn't signalled for the physio to come on. Do you ever used to watch the Moomins as a child, Mark? Private joke. It's the
back underway.
Montgomery. His kick didn't get to where it wanted to get to. As Barnet now try and build. Gorman plays it back to Kimo. Canu's in acres of space here on the left. He receives the ball now. Gateshead trying to close down when Barnet in possession, but they're passing it around the back, very similar to what Gateshead do. Played forward. Senior tries to flick it on. Elliot Forbes is there to put it down the line, and Akimo's there just to try and see it back to his keeper. He does. Well, now I'm going to try and build again. Barnet. Up it goes, but there's Gateshead to get the ball. Nice stuff from Elliot Forbes, who gets it to Story. Story to Tinkler.
It's all right.
Oh, that's going to go all the way up, and it's going to be a goal kick. 86 minutes gone. Got a few seconds left of the 86th minute. We eagerly anticipate the fourth official's board here to see how long it's going to be added on.
I think it has to be 10 minimum.
They tried to play it out from the back. Gateshead tried to press. Gateshead with a very high line, much like Barnet in the first half. As the ball played forward there. Ward couldn't get the ball from Canu. Canu opens up, and Bailey needs to be careful. He pulled on the shirt, and it was seen in the centre circle. Free kick inside the Gateshead half, and Bailey is getting a yellow card.
You take the booking there because Canu's breaking at the back three. I think it's a sensible booking to take from Owen Bailey. Take one for the team.
Gorman. Stands just next to the centre circle inside the gated half to take this free kick. Big men hasn't around the box. As Elliot Forbes having his shirt pulled off him there. Ball goes up now as Story can clear it. Gorman nods it to Potter. Potter back to Akimo. Good pressure on Gateshead, making them play it backwards. But they need to keep this pressure on. Campbell. Oh!
Done well there, to be fair, the fall.
There's now Elliot Forbes as well. And the far side wins a throw for his troubles as well. We're into the 88th minute. Still waiting for the Gateshead throw to be taken. Conter puts the ball over the top. Akimo's there, nods it down. Only as far as Aaron Martin. Aaron Martin tries to dance past the player, gets taken off him, and Campbell slid in there, and it's going to be pulled back. I think Campbell's going to get a yellow here.
Yeah, not a great tackle.
Not a great tackle at all.
Campbell's doing what we said Carney did, by the way, walking away from the referee.
Well, they all try it. Yellow card. Laurie Walker's going to take this free kick just about 5 yards outside his box as he goes back to take it now. Kimo. Potter looking to play it down the line to Havlin with a lovely first touch, but Story's going to be there to put it out. No nonsense defending from Story, but they have an opportunity to throw the ball into the box here. We're into the 89th minute. Kimo
switched off.
Was short to and his touches let him down. Canu, but he's still got the ball. Canu drives with it.
Don't foul
him as Gateshead now can opportunity to clear the ball. There's nobody there though, and Laurie Walker can come out to get it.
He took a risk having gone to there, by the way, because I think that's a foul. I think
he was pulling him back by the shoulder, wasn't he? But here we are. We can see we're into the 90th minute. We're going to see the fourth officials board here. How much time is going to be added on? It's a Gateshead throw on the far side. 12 minutes. It's going to be 12 minutes of added on time. We knew it was going to be long. We appreciate there's a lot of messages being sent in. Sorry, we've been engrossed in the game. As the ball over the top, Story wins it second time, controls it, puts it over the top. Aaron Martin's going to chase it down with Kimo. He's going to run away from him there. We're nearly into that 12 minutes.
He's had a good game, Louis Story, centre half today. He's had a battle with numerous players. But it's all Barnet at the moment, and I think it's going to be the pattern for the next 12 minutes.
A throw on the far side. And we are into injury time now. It's 12 minutes. The board goes well. Hey! He hasn't. It showed 0-0. It showed 0-0 to everybody there, but it's a throw on the far side to Barnet. They try and get the ball moved forward. There's Forbes to nod it down to Pye. Pye hooks it away up towards Aaron Martin, who's twisting and turning, and the ball has went out. And the Gateshead throw on the far side. 12 minutes. There's nothing to complain about, but the home fans are a bit aggrieved. We're halfway through the first minute of that. Oh, the nervous energy in the stand at the moment as Gateshead just lose out when they're trying to get the ball there, and Story and Kabamba's got past him. He's having to turn though. Gateshead need to just win this ball back. They do, and hook it clear. And now Aaron Martin can try and chase down. He would have been offside if he had went for the initial ball through. Back to Laurie Walker. 11 minutes remain. Potter to Canu. Canu passes it back to Potter. Potter's going to go long up the pitch. Story nods it down to Bailey. Bailey just dinks it up towards Ollie. Ollie Didn't win the header. It's been kicked forward by Barnet. It's going to be a free hit for Tinkler to nod it forward. Aaron Martin wins the ball. Gorman. It's going to fall to Canu. Canu. Oh, he puts it up. Sorry. Conta put it over the top. Campbell was chasing it down. Campbell. Handball. And it's a free kick to Gateshead in a dangerous position. I wouldn't imagine they're going to. And that's. Well, it's already been given a yellow card.
Well, you know what? He's last man there.
Yeah.
He's last man, so I think he's...
Gateshead aren't going to commit too many men forward. Does Ollie go for it here, or do we try and do something?
You manage the game, Dave. That's what you do. You manage the game. 10 left.
Greg Ollie stands over the ball. Barnet have committed men forward. Gateshead have men back. We're after one of those classic Ollie deliveries. In it comes towards the back post. Story's there, nodded out for a corner.
It's great bowling, you know. It's great bowling. If this is in about 10 minutes' time, you probably hold the ball in the corner, but it's a bit too early for that.
Ollie in no rush to go over there and take this corner. Just burning down the seconds. But there's quite a few left. Gateshead fans behind us in full voice. Nervous Barnet fans on the far side. They know their side are capable of doing something, can they? But Gateshead look to get a delivery into the box from the captain, Greg Ollie. In it comes. Arrow too deep, and it's going to bounce right through, and it's a goal kick. And Laurie Walker is sprinting to get this ball. Ball boy goes to get it and retrieve it for him. 3.5 minutes into the 12 minutes.
Do we have a JJ O'Donnell moment?
Oh. Gateshead having to defend. The ball comes up to Kabamba. He can bring this down too easy by himself. Conta does well though. Kabamba does get up and carry on with the ball. He's still going. Conta needs to be careful. Ball comes out to Canu on the left-hand side of the box. Lots of purple shirts forward as Canu gets past Ward. It's too easy. He's still going. Lovely tackle from Tinkler. Oh, and Gorman has to slide to keep control of the ball. And Gateshead all over him like a rash. The ball goes out off Campbell for a throw. It's going to be taken quickly into the centre. Pritchard's got space. Lays it off to Senior. Senior now lays it off again to Conlon. Back to Senior. Senior goes for a strike. Oh, stings the hands of Montgomery. Ward gets it away, and now Aaron Martin gets the ball, holds it up. He needs support. Oh, Martin just trying to do too much as he takes one for the team. And Aaron Martin's going to take a yellow here. He had to recover and break up the play.
He's got to do better there. He's done well to get the ball first. He's done well at first to hold it up, but he's got to do something better. Even just play it down the line and just relieve a bit of pressure.
Free kick on the far side in front of the travelling Barnet fans. He's geeing up the fans, Gorman. They need a goal to take it to penalties. Barnet, the big men are up there. Kabamba's got his arm aloft wanting the ball. He gets back on side. We await the delivery in. In it comes. Up. Forbes not to clear, only as far as to Havlin. Back to Akimo. Gateshead sitting deep. They need to push out. There's now Senior. Plays it forward, not as to anybody, and there's Montgomery, comes out, smothers the ball. 7.5 minutes remain. 6.5, sorry. It's 7.5. Ball over the top. Ollie's not going to get to that, and that's just going to go all the way through. It's a goal kick. It doesn't. It's been kept in by Laurie Walker. Well, Louis Story's got the man of the match, but it's not over yet. Potter under pressure from Campbell. Akimo forcing them to go along as Tinkler wins the header. Campbell brings it down. Lovely little flick to Aaron Martin. Just couldn't control it, and Pritchard dispossesses him. Now, Conlon puts it down the line. Down the lane again to Senior. Forbes is there. It's a foot race. He's going to get past Forbes. It's too easy. He's going to pull it back to Havlin. Heads it on. And there is Montgomery to fist it away. And Gateshead, hooker by crook, anything will do. But it's not over yet. Potter puts the ball back into the box. It's deep. It's headed behind by Pye. And God, Gateshead, you're making us work for this. There's 5.5 minutes remain. corner on the far side. Barnet committed a lot of men forward. Gateshead everyone back. To Havlin this time. With the one. Comes in towards the near post. Headed clear by Gateshead. They need to push out. We need the urgency. The fans are telling them. Gorman, the man to put it back up into the mixer. There is Winter, beaten to the ball. Canu, can he get there? Conta got in front of him. Gateshead on the break. Campbell on the left-hand side. He puts it across. Now Ollie's coming through the centre. Campbell, what does he do? He pulls the trigger. Oh, what a save from Walker. Corner.
Oh, so close. Brilliant from Campbell. Conta, nice and strong. Good run from Campbell. Big chance there into the last, 4 minutes now? 4.5 minutes. Another sub coming on, I think, the Gateshead. I think young Dylan Archer's going to come on.
Well, who's struggling out there?
Everyone. Some effort from Gateshead. Maybe Dan Ward, Oh, hang on. Elliot Forbes.
No, Elliot Forbes down. He's only just come back in. They would push Owen Bailey back, you would imagine, if Forbes is going to have to come off here. We hope it isn't Elliot Forbes. It is, unfortunately for Elliot Forbes. He's the man that's going to have to make way. He's fought hard to get back to fitness. Just unfortunately for Elliot Forbes. Oh, Gateshead, come on, 4 minutes remain. Will there be anything be added on for this? As Elliot Forbes is... Oh, Forbes has been subbed, he doesn't know. Well, he's asking why have I been subbed, but...
So Mr. Burke report, with all the excitement,
well, the seconds are burning away. Has the referee stopped his watch? I think he has. He's done a lot today. But Elliot Forbes, unfortunately, the substitute has to be substituted. Round of applause from the Tyne and Wear stand.
Davey called it. Bailey going in. I think we'll probably go into centre back.
Yeah.
Dylan Archer's a very good player, by the way. Seen him play a few times earlier this season. Admittedly a bit lower down the pyramid, but he's got plenty about him. Good on the ball.
Well, now Gateshead, I think they're going to try and keep it in the corner here. Oh. We make it 3 minutes remain, but cleared by Akimo up the line. Tinkler's going to race to get there. Puts it back up towards the corner flag and it's going to go for a throw. Good stuff.
Box them in.
Under 3 minutes remain of added on time here at the end.
The semi-finals gone to penalties.
Wow.
Thanks to Dave Steele.
Akimo has launched the ball up. Ollie just loses out there in midfield, but Bailey brings it down, pokes it forward to Ollie. Ollie brings it down. Lovely little flick to Aaron Martin. Aaron Martin chasing it down. Akimo does well and he wins the court. Wins the corner.
Aaron Martin, that's excellent. Really good.
Fantastic stuff. Gateshead burning down the seconds. We've got we've just got over 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
As the drizzle comes down.
It certainly does. Short corner. Aaron Martin's going to hold it up in the corner flag there. He does well. He's up against two players. De Havilland. He's still going there. De Havilland puts it. Well, I thought De Havilland kicked out. Come off Martin. It's a throw.
Box them in. Just keep them in there.
Well, that was right back at the corner flag, and the referee and assistant have let him go. Oh, Gateshead just didn't switch on to that, and the ball's been pumped forward. And that was a elbow in the face of Tinkler. He's down off Kabamba. The referee hasn't give it. Martin battling. De Havilland puts it over the top. Canu. Tinkler's there just to poke it out. We have 1.5 minutes remain. No, you can't do that. The fourth officials telling them he's trying to steal a ball out of there. Well, Barnet are complaining that there isn't a multi-ball. They didn't agree to it before the game. Akimo launches the ball up towards Kabamba. Ball nodded forward. Tinkler nods it out. It's a throw here. Well, bit of sportsmanship from Canu there, trying to get something here. They've got all the men forward here. Under 1 minute remains. Akimo launches the ball into the box. Can Gateshead clear? It's nodded away. De Havilland! It's in the back of the net! It isn't De Havilland, it's Pritchard! It's went to 3-3. right at the end. And it looks like it's going to go to penalties. Absolute heartache. Barnet fans in celebration on the far side.
Yeah, Gateshead just not dealing with the ball in the middle. And it's a great finish, by the way. I think it may have taken a slight nick.
Gateshead just couldn't clear their lines. Ian Watson in discussion with the fourth official. Not happy. Ian Watson not happy with their bench, with their celebrations, trying to goad the crowd. Well, does the referee have anything left here? Fourth official wants to have a word with the referee here. Is he? No, he's telling him to calm down. Well, do we have a grandstand finish or do we go to penalties? Owen Bailey plays the ball out to Tinkler. Sorry, to Story. Story pings the ball up the middle. And I don't know, Del Nacho's trying to get through there. Laurie Walker's going to take his time.
Fair play. You know, Barnet have done very well to get back into this game.
They've been the better side in the second half. They've pushed and pushed. Ball up to Ollie. Ollie trying to turn his man. He thought it was a throw to Gateshead. Wow, pure drama, pure drama. And the winners go to Wembley. Ball launched forward. Kimo again, up in the air. We're into the 14th minute of added on time here. Bailey puts the ball over the top. Can Aaron Martin chase onto it? He clears the ball out. Gateshead have one last throw of the dice. Can they get this ball into the box? Ollie, Story's up there.
Barnet bringing everyone back.
In comes the throw. Story tries to win the ball there. Nodded on by Ward. It's going to fall to Story. Can Story back out to Ward? Ward pulls it back in. It's a corner. Oh, it's not. It's going to bounce in. Ward trying to turn. It's been cleared. Tinkler's going to put it back in there, though. Up it comes. Oh, no. Oh, was that a penalty? He's got it!
Free kick there.
Oh, bloody hell. The way he pointed there, I thought it was a penalty. Oh. Well.
A lot of people looking towards the linesman, I'll tell you what.
Free kick on the edge of the box. Oh, we're into the 15th minute. Campbell.
Drama.
It is pure drama. Ollie.
You know, this is one of these ones where you just kind of want to just blast it. Pardon. Just get as much as you can.
Greg Ollie. Can he send Gateshead to Wembley with the final kick of the game? Right on the edge of the box. It's central. Can he drill it in?
Is it going to be the captain? The man that stood with this club when they got relegated?
It's a 10-man wall. Ollie shoots. Oh, hits the wall and out it goes. Deflected out. Can Gateshead put it back up there, though? Headed up in the air. Canu brings it down, gives it to Tinkler. And there is the full-time whistle. We go to penalties. Oh, my word. The heart can't take this. Sorry, it is 3-3. I haven't amended the score on the screen there. Well, Mark, it's anybody's chance now.
It is, and you know what? You've got two goalkeepers who are very, very good at penalties as well, by the way. You know, Monty, we know what he did in the last round. Where I really can't call it. The momentum is with Barnet. They've been better side second half, but it is just a bit of a lottery.
Well, both teams in a huddle, picking their penalty takers. It comes down to the goalkeepers. Both Laurie Walker and Montgomery just take a slow walk towards the halfway line. Oh, who'd be a football fan?
No one. Absolutely no one.
Once again, thank you to everyone that has tuned in. We've got massive numbers, and you won't miss anything here in the penalty shootout. Barnet in a big huddle there on the far side. Oh. The referees are normally quick with this. They normally like to get it underway. Well, Laurie Walker goes for a quick toilet stop. Down the tunnel he goes. Gated in their huddle now. Everyone, thank you very much for all the messages.
The one thing I will say here is Barnet have got a lot of attacking players on the pitch right now. You know, all those subs they made. You've got
De Havilland, you've got Senior, you've got Kabamba.
Kanu.
Yeah.
You've got players you think Pritchard obviously scored the penalty, didn't he?
He did.
You've got players that you think would be up for taking one.
Gateshead have Ollie Campbell, Aaron Morton, who missed his in the quarter-final. Will there be redemption? Well, two captains are talking. We're just going to do the coin toss to find out which end we are going to be shooting at. It looks like we're going to be shooting to our left, I think. Unless it's a best of three coin toss here, I don't know, but... Well, there we go. We await, and it's shooting towards the end where the Barnet fans are on the far side. No real advantage, I think, on that. But
gets it up first.
Adam Campbell.
Taken out quick.
Nice to see the goalkeepers union there.
Oh, look at Jack. Jack McGragan.
Oh, Jack McGragan is sprinting down the Gateshead's media manager.
Tell you what, we haven't seen that speed since Linford Christie was here back in the 90s.
We certainly haven't. Well, penalties again, this time for the dream of Wembley.
Oh, referee, we're not here to see you.
He's having a word with both goalkeepers here. He wants them to stay on the line. Well, Barnet fans much more up for this penalty shootout than Gateshead at the moment. They're singing away on the side. Someone's asking, where can I watch? You can't. Just have to listen. Adam Campbell places the ball down. The first penalty of the shootout. Referee blows the whistle. Campbell steps up, bangs it into the back of the net. Good start by Gateshead. Well, now Pritchard marches forward to take his penalty kick. Jay Montgomery bounces up and down.
Yeah, you've got the two lads that scored penalties in normal time.
Well, Pritchard, now he's ready. Up he trots. Oh, and he buries it straight in the middle of the net. Dan Ward, the next man for Gateshead. Now Dan Ward places it down, takes a few steps back. Stand falls quiet. as he buries it in there along the ground. Laurie Walker still lies there in position. He may have felt he could have got to that one. Booze for Kabamba, who steps up to take Barnet second. It's 2-1 at the moment.
Former Hartlepool striker Kabamba. Well known in the North East. 3 good penalties so far.
Certainly were. Kabamba has placed it down, took his steps back. Hits it. Save! Come on! Montgomery does it again, but it's certainly far from over. The captain, Greg Ollie, steps up now. Greg places the ball down now. For Hush, you understand. As Ollie puts it in the back of the net, advantage Gateshead. De Havilland, the man to take the next one. I think it's De Havilland, just make sure the shirt number. It is.
I'd be right in saying if James Montgomery saves this and Gateshead score the next. Big ask. De Havilland, great play. Had a good game, major impact since he came on.
No. De Havilland, short, run up. Hits it. Saved again! Saved again! One more goal! And Gateshead are there! And the man who lifted the cup for heaven at Wembley Stadium is the man that could take Gateshead there.
The man that's experienced Wembley success. Louis Story. The man that people doubted could play at this level. Been brilliant for Gateshead throughout the season. Can now send the club to Wembley for only the second time in the history.
He places the ball down. Story. It's a long run up. Can he take us to Wembley? Yes! Yes! We're there! We're there!
Gateshead are going to Wembley.
Come on!
The club that were 3 days away from going under are now going to have their day at Wembley. There's great scenes in the stand here. Amazing.
It doesn't happen to teams like Gateshead, but we're there. We're there. Oh.
Amazing.
I promised I wouldn't cry, but
oh,
God.
Dave, you cry, mate. You cry. Amazing scenes here. There's tears everywhere. Gateshead are having their day at Wembley.
You know, Gateshead went into this game underhanded, underdogs, and they've progressed to Wembley. Absolutely amazing. Oh, there's a flare on the track. A massive, massive well done to Barnet for reaching this far. Their fans were tremendous throughout. They gave everything. It was pure drama. Pure drama. And Gateshead are going to Wembley. Oh, just got a cuddle off Paul Dixon from BBC Radio Newcastle. Everything's good. But the hero, James Montgomery and Louis Story, it was all Northern lads that are taking Gateshead to Wembley. What an experience. What a day. What a season. It's not over yet. There's a relegation battle to battle as well. But this is the icing on the cake for a very hard few years for the club. They're back. They're back with a bang. And they're at Wembley. And a message to Dan Byrne. You can forget your suit. I'm getting a tuxedo. Wow. Celebrations on the pitch from the players. They're having a fantastic time. I even got a cuddle off Scott Barrow there as well, former Gateshead player. Lovely to see him here. Oh wow! Thank you to everyone that's tuned in. As I say, please like and subscribe. We want to get to 500 before. Oh, as James Montgomery gets carried by Aaron Martin, moment to the tin and we are stand. And here's your heroes going to Wembley. Aaron Martin, Camille Conter. There we go. These boys, legends to a man. Oh, hey. I'll talk you through them coming off. Absolutely amazing. What a game. Pure drama. If you want grey hairs, watch the highlights. But the Gateshead fans are singing, we're going to Wembley, and I'm going to lift the mic. Oh, drink it in, savor it, get drunk. Oh, Tynesyde's going to Wembley again, but the haves went the last time, the have-nots have going this time. Can they bring silverware home? I certainly hope so. I can't show the crowd. Someone's asking. I can't turn the laptop. But look, the fans, the players, everybody deserves this. Mike Williamson, Ian Watson, Chris Bell, Rob Elliott, Louis Story, everyone involved with the coaching team. You deserve this, and all the Gateshead fans deserve this. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna end it there because I need to go and have a proper cry. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.